Hey, I'm kind of glad you didn't pick up. I kind of just called to hear your voice. I miss you. I've been thinking about you, and I've been thinking about our love, and how much I miss you. Every day. I hope and I wish that you're doing okay. I want us to go back to the old days because I miss you and I just thought of you. The idea of you listening to this, the thought of you on the other side of the line, I can't hang up. I don't want this to end. Not again. I don't know if you miss me too, but I hope you do. Even if things never go back to what we were, what I became so used to, what I thought would be forever.
trying to change what I've been trying to say. Words don't come straight from my head to my mouth. It's such a shame that it fell out of place. Was never me that was bringing you down. Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more? I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. I wish that I could change what you wanted. Why we always looking for more? Why we always looking for more?
All right, welcome. Good morning, everybody in Lunasia. Welcome to the Axie Infinity Mysterium Series presented to you by Community Gaming. My name is G10 coming at you, and with me is, once again, the handsome and talented Jaeger.
Right, it's nice to be here. Always nice to be casting a little bit of Axie with my boy G10. He is an absolute professional, the authority on Axie in the Philippines, so to speak. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. You can watch us on Twitch, you can watch us on Facebook, you can watch us on YouTube. We're all over the place. Make sure that you guys are jumping on all of those channels. As you know, on those 3 channels, you guys follow those. You guys have better chance of catching us as we go live, because it's hard to get a little reach with this particular page on Facebook. But on Twitch and YouTube, a couple more people actually do get to see it, so it is pretty cool. But you're back on the Mysterium series.
That's right. So this tournament is going to be brought to you by the Mysterium Network, who is building a decentralized VPN and other privacy tools that make the internet borderless and accessible for all. Use the pay-as-you-go Mysterium VPN to browse the internet freely and bypass geoblocks for a truly global gaming experience. You can also join the network, turning your device into a node to rent your spare broadband power to the Mysterium DVPN.
Mysterium. Spare the Mysterium DVPN. Explain. So what is a DVPN? Well, let me tell you, G10. Thank you for asking that wonderful question. Thank you for asking that very wonderful question, sir. I believe discover the world's leading decentralized VPN. Pay as you go. Switch on and off whenever you need and only pay for what you actually use by the megabyte. Unblock worldwide content, access your favorite video or gaming content from anywhere in the world. No email or account sign up. There are no contracts, no subscriptions, no locked-in costs. You don't even need an email to sign up. Pay with all major cryptocurrencies, censorship resistant and untraceable, so you pay for your privacy the truly anonymous way. And there's no logging as well. Decentralized infrastructure means no central servers run by businesses. It's technologically impossible to store logs of users' traffic or browsing. And you can earn while you sleep. Turn your computer or Raspberry Pi into a node and let it run in the background so you can earn while you work or sleep. Finally, is open source. Our code has been open source since day one, so you can verify a level of encryption and no logs to claim either.
That's right, and of course, because this is the Mysterium tournament, we are going to be giving away 6 months of free premium crypto VPN for anybody who joined this tournament already. There will be selecting 3 participants, and they're going to be winning $50 in MYST, which is worth about 6 months of free access to the Mysterium VPN. And every tournament there's going to be 3 winners, and this is going to be the 2nd tournament already. So we've already gotten 3 winners from the last tournament. We're going to be getting more from this one and even more from the future. But of course, you may be asking yourself, Jaeger, maybe asking what these players are fighting for right now, and I'm gonna tell you, they're fighting for a share of 1,000 MYST tokens.
There you go. Does that go to the? Those go to the top 8 of this tournament. So the top 8 will be getting what is that, like a portion of that 1,000 MYST tokens. Is that how it goes?
That's right.
There you go.
And they used to be just a little bit more valuable, but they're still pretty good in terms of crypto token price. But that's how crypto happens to be sometimes. Sometimes it is riding high, sometimes it's a little bit of a slump. But the first placer, our champion, will be receiving 400 MYST tokens. The second placer will be taking home 200 MYST tokens. The third and the fourth will both be taking 100 MYST tokens each, and for the 58th place, they'll each be taking 50 MYST tokens each.
There you go. So you got a basic breakdown of what they're playing for now. We also have a lot of players that have already gone through a number of the first 4 rounds by this point. So we started off with something like 91 people, which is, it's a little bit crazy, but somehow we have now narrowed it down to let me just count this: 1, 2, 3, 4 matchups. So it is, the quarters at this point. And currently we are looking at El Momomomo to be the next player to come up. He's actually going to be going up against the winner between Warren MTN and Axie JRG. And if you want to know just how Elmo's gone to this point, he has gone through Elijah Simpuwu, he's gone through Alex Infinity, great name, Urupsan, and Bai. So yeah, that's been his basic walkthrough to this point. And on the other side, Warren MTN, Axie JRG. I'm not too familiar with these guys, to be honest. I've not seen them in our biggest tournaments, but I reckon that they've done a good job considering how well they've done so far.
Yeah, and considering that this tournament is, a little bit of a minor tournament, you're not going to be seeing the usual suspects that you'd see in, the big ones that we've been seeing so far in a bunch of the other Axie Infinity tournaments that we have been casting, that we have been watching. But that's not to say that it's going to be any less competitive. Oh no. It is going to be just every single bit as competitive as even the biggest Axie Infinity tournament that we've seen, just because, well, these guys, they've gotten to our quarters for a reason. And only one person can take home the big prize of 400 MYST tokens. So it's going to still be kind of a bloodbath here, and we're going to be seeing who is going to match up first and whether they're going to be sweeping their opponents or if it's going to be a very close match.
Well, that's always the question, isn't it? And it's always a mixed bag as well. I haven't seen what types of Axie they're going to be using, what movesets they're going to have available. It's pretty much the same since the last time we've seen a lot of these teams. A few emerging strats here and there. Are there any that you've been interested in? I know that you've been having a whale of a time with your new team. Okay, Mr. 24RR Tryhard G10 coming at you.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, I used to be running a team that is not as favored in the meta right now with the Terminators, but now I am running something that was pioneered by 1437 himself, the double discard bug plus Pocky Aqua build, and it's been serving me very well. I'm currently in the mid 2000s. I'm hovering between like 2400 and 2300 right now, I think. And I'm earning that 21 SLP per win, so that's pretty sweet to be doing as well. And I'm fairly sure most of these players are around that same MMR bracket as well, considering the fact that they are, they've made it this far in the tournament now.
That's absolutely right. I mean, they have to be at least at that level or up. Generally, what we get to see, because it looks like we've actually confirmed who El Momomo is going to be going up against. Warren MTN seems to be the player, so that's a Matana player. But yeah, like generally what we see is right. It's you got your disable swords, you've got your discards, you've got the overgrown keratin, and then so like the infinite card pulls. Basically, yeah, we've got matching mugs. That's from Hogwarts. Yeah, and then you also get the bird builds or the beast builds, where I say beast builds as a mech build generally, so they can do all that damage at the very start. We see more and more often now. It's doing as much damage at the very start of the game as possible, and like really. Not many opportunities to save. You do get a save every now and then, trying to gather up what energy and what cards you can. But more often than not, if you skip around, if you skip an opportunity there, you will lose it. And so that's generally what we're looking at right now. Is what most teams seem to float around, and I expect to see more of that today as well.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. These days, it really does favor a little bit more. The teams that do play a lot quicker, if you're able to have a team that can possibly deal with the frontline Axie on round one, that puts you in such a good spot, because your opponent usually, it is very rare for them to be able to do the same, or really play a lot of defensive cards. They don't really expect that, on turn one, generally. So if you have a team that you say you have 6 cards, and 3 of them are 0 costs that do quite a lot of damage, like Twin Tail, or something like that, All Out Shot, then it's something that your opponent will have to kind of play around, and that does also kind of mess up their own offense when you force them to kind of play a bit more defensively on the first turn. But you still get a lot of value from just front loading all your damage, and it does put you on a little bit of a disadvantage going to the mid game when you don't have as many cards because you've not been really saving. But it gives you so much freedom. It gives you so much leeway to just kind of to just play what you have when that first axe is already no longer a factor.
That's absolutely right. I mean, that's as insightful or as in depth as you can get to what you're currently looking at with Axie. We won't know until we actually jump in what they're going to be running. But as you said, you actually did mention the backlines. You do get quite a lot of backlines now. It's not just birds; it's the shrimpinations as well. There's so many ways to apply damage. We've lost a lot of those slow teams that like to save up what you can, steal energy, shield up, and then try and slowly take them away. It's like, not really anymore. Lasson is a bit more rare, I'd say. Everyone wants to get that damage out as quickly as possible, and so it's how most teams, I feel, have adjusted. So I expect more of that. I expect, sometimes the cards are just right as well. You see some people on the very first round, they're able to completely clear a first line, and a lot of the fights we get to see as well are generally, if that first line goes down, you're going to be losing. Whoever beats that front line first is going to be the winner. It's always something along those lines, or it's the idea of as long as he can get all those discards coming out, then he should be able to win this. And then it's like, oh, he's not pulled a single discard, despite having 3 Axie that can do the discard. It's I mean, you always have to keep in mind as well with any card game that it's in the cards as well.
Yeah, it definitely is the heart of the cards game here, and it does really factor quite a bit into Axie. That RNG element where you just need to draw the right cards sometimes, and especially when you're in a meta right now where the discard bugs are very popular. You don't have a lot of time to wait for the optimal combo, so it really is up to the players to kind of adjust and really try to find a way, or even just having a team that is consistent even without the perfect cards drawn, to really get over their opponent's kind of win condition here. And it does become a lot more difficult at the top levels, but we will be starting the first game very soon. Right now, even, it's Warren MTN from Matana versus El Momomo.
And I've never seen a double bird before. PBB? Yeah. Hold on. Big Brother.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is weird, Pinoy Big Brother. But we have 2 plants on one side and 2 birds on the other side. We have a total of 3 plants and 3 birds on the battlefield right now, but Warren does have a very, very interesting composition. It's just unfortunate that he's going to be going up against El Momomo, who's got 2 plants.
And that's got sustain as well. They know how to stay alive. They can disable melee abilities as well. And then, of course, there is egg manipulation, although I really wouldn't be too worried about that. That bird, if there's going to be a dark swoop going down on that bird, you still have those plants to rely on, and it's so difficult to get through all those shields and all the damage they have available as well. These are some really nice plants from the side of El Momomo.
Yeah, these are very arguably meta plants. But for Warren though, he doesn't have any way to really access El Momomo's backline unless El Momomo, does manipulate with the eggshell. But because El Momomo has his own dark swoop, he's gonna have the onus. He's going to have the priority here versus Warren MTN. As soon as he does draw that combo. Fortunately, neither are going to be playing the discard bugs here, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit slower of a match because they both need to kind of save up cards in order to... Oh, my bad. That's not exactly the opposite of what's going to happen. Momo is going to be going in from the start, from the get-go, already taking down the back line of Warren MTN, but Warren's going to be answering in kind. No more backlines for either team.
And generally, you want to apply whatever debuffs are on this Axie to the target Axie right after using that egg drop. But didn't have that available, doesn't have that available. So yeah, as you said, they both lose that back line. But I mean, this just becomes way more difficult for Warren. It's like, okay, you've lost one of your big damage dealers. You still have a wooden stab and a prickly trap. That's still a lot of damage. And then they both have, and then you got sustain available as well. Plus you got cleanse scent. It's just a situation where Warren, he might want to save up. He could use the Ronin and try and burst damage onto this front line. He actually goes straight through it. That's going to be done.
Yep.
He leaves it just at that second plan.
Yeah, Warren's going to use all of his cards, and that's going to go through the last stand of that first plan. El Momomo really not able to defend, but he is going to, with Gravel Ant, disable basically everything from Warren MTN's plant right now. See, he's really not able to do much except for one Biden's there. So El Momo being a little bit more defensive as well, goes for the double Biden's. So he's got a pretty big shield. Little does he know that he is in such a good position because Warren really does not have a lot of tools to go against El Momomo's plant right now.
This is going to be such a slow burn. You can see what's happening here. Warren is just trying to gather up as many of those burst moves as possible. There's a little bit of damage there. Doesn't even get through the shield. Will be the double prickly, which means that this plant should be gone.
Yep. Second prickly will take him out. And now, Warren MTN, he does have double Ronas, but will it be enough? I doubt it. Even with the crits.
Yeah.
No, it's not gonna be enough. He will be going for the disable on the prickly traps here, but that is a ton of shield, 100 of it just for free with the double Bitus, and El Momomo setting himself up for success here, taking out all
that's
of
a
the
surrender.
cards. Yep.
Like all you have left is an all-out shot. You're gonna end your own streak before you can do anything there. So, I mean, as soon as you see that roster, you can see exactly where that was going to go. Interesting idea, the PBB, but it does look like the PPB has done just a little bit better. So, well played there by El Momomo. You can see exactly why he's gotten that far. But you can see the potential, you can see the idea behind Warren as well, as to how he got to that point too.
Yeah, the idea is there. It's just that you kind of got countered here, Warren.
Oh ho!
Hello, welcome back. But as I was saying, it is a little bit difficult to try to chew through that much HP. It's like 1,000 HP total with your bird cards, especially when they're not that effective versus the plants. So let's see if
need that first plant as well, right? All he needed was that final plant to finish things off. He took away that backline. That would have been a way different story if that backline was gone, because then you can double up on that damage and you can go straight through all the plants. But they both start off by taking down each other's backlines, And after that, I mean, that's exactly what you're left with.
Yeah. I wonder though if Warren is going to adjust and how he's going to adjust here, knowing that this bird plant is one of the, well, it's one of the meta compositions. It's one of the stronger comps that we do see here when it's played correctly. And here we go. That's the adjustment. The double bug and Pocky Fish. So this kind of gives me, it gives me a little bit of pride because this is the sort of team that I also am running. He does have a couple of interesting techs here with the fur ball there on his front, which I think is a little bit cheaper than, say, the sandal on the back.
Bone sail on the plant. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think that's meta as well, because bone sail right now is just very, very good. It allows you to draw. It's better than Carrot Hammer for the reason that it allows you to draw a card instead of gaining an energy. Because in a game like this, where the meta is bugs discarding you, what are you gonna do with energy if you don't have cards to play?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You need more, and yeah, you can see how it can outwork a pumpkin as well, because you need your shield to not break in that scenario. For an ivory chop, things work out just a little bit better, and then you can also see the idea of why it works out so well when you combined it with a, oh dear, that's gone. The ivory chop is gone.
Yep.
But yeah, you can see the idea of why when you have overgrowth of keratin combined with that bone sail, why you can keep pulling those cards. It's a great counter for all of those cards getting discarded.
Just a little bit of a note here: the Overgrow Keratin Infinite Draw combo no longer works. It was patched out. I think it was one of the only things to be patched out mid-season in X Infinity. So unfortunately, that's not something that we're gonna be really seeing much of anymore. Much like El Momomo's plant, which Warren is just going to destroy here with a 0-cost card.
Where you want to go, does have one energy left behind as well, and now he leaves his backliner exposed. He hasn't really pulled the right cards either. You can see he's got the Crimson Water, he's got a Revenge Arrow. He does not have the Shrimps to take away that first damage dealer. There it comes out, but won't be applied instead. Balloon Pop, Fear goes off, and we'll get a bit of extra morale here to start things off.
That's actually a pretty smart pass from El Momomo, because he kind of knew. He was waiting for the balloon to pop. He does have all the cards to backdoor. Unfortunately, it is Warren's Aqua that does go first, so El Momomo is going to be, not now, because he did get damage. So now he's going to be able to get a huge bit of damage here, but unfortunately not the kill as of yet on Warren's Aqua. Warren's Aqua speeds itself up, gets that big burst of Pocky damage. You can see, even though it's not the effective type against the Aqua body, it still does a lot of damage because of the 2 bugs there.
We'll get through the shield, we'll do a bit of damage. It's not going to do much else though, and there's going to be the stun as well because of the anesthetic bait, and slowly but surely the triple strike. That should be, okay,
Yeah,
and it's done.
That is 1 down, but El Momomo still has a chance here. He's not gonna be able to draw that many cards here, but speeding himself up with Arco is a very big thing. One fear though. 1 fear stack could be pretty huge here. It's gonna deny just 60 damage, but Warren with a huge shield on his bug is not going to die quite yet.
Yeah, that looked so weak from a mech. That's so rare to see as well.
Yeah.
And with this remaining HP, with the Aqua able to go first as well, this should pretty much be done. And so Warren, he does have a couple of tricks up his sleeve, it seems, and we brought it back 1-1.
Yeah. And I just want to like, I'm just kind of proud right now because whenever I see a double bug comp with that Pocky Aqua, it just kind of makes me, it kind of justifies my purchase of my own team. So it's always nice to see. But now that Warren's kind of shown his hand here, will his opponent, will El Momomo go back to the same comp, or will he pull something different? Because these two are not fielding, very cheap teams at all. I wonder how deep their Axie pools actually are here.
Yeah, how deep are their pockets? Let's see. Like they rummage around at the bottom of their pocket, pick out a quick Axie. Let's see. I don't know if Warren's going to run the exact same thing, and then we know a basic counter for that. In a lot of those situations, you just want to keep getting those cards coming out, and a couple of disables going through as well. And we've seen the disables from El Momo as well. Like he has quite a few of them up his sleeve, and so yeah. I don't know. Warren, maybe he doesn't stick to it. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to play on this last round. It's best of 3, right? Or is it best of 5?
Yes, it is a best of 3. I'm fairly certain. Best of 5s already. Okay, so best of 5s here for our semifinals, and a best of 5 as well for our battle for third and grand final. So that is quite a lot of Axie, quite a lot of high level mind games. So I hope you guys are excited, and I hope you guys are enjoying as well.
Right, remember they are playing for 1,000 MYST tokens, so the top 8. So still quite a lot for these guys to pick up, and you know why they are fighting so hard, and they bring this down to the wire every single time, or rather as much as they can. If you want more information about Mysterium, you can head on over to www.mysterium.network, and you can find out a little bit more there. And heading into this third round, looks like it's going to be the double plant yet again, and the bird has made its return. Bit of extra speed over the Aqua on the other side. Meanwhile, you do have the disables available yet again, and the balloon pop that proved to be just a little bit much on the previous round. I say a little bit much. It didn't actually have the effect I think they desired. Still, Anesthetic Bait not going to have too much effect here, considering that not a single Aqua here.
I mean, Anesthetic Bait also works with bird cards, man. So El Momo's got to be a little bit careful of where he uses his bird, because he can't just be throwing it out willy-nilly knowing that he can just get stunned for one card here from Warren, because he does have 2 Axies with Anesthetic Bait.
That's possible. That bird is trying to hit that back line, take out that Aqua as quickly as possible, and then he's of course got his plans to take care of these bugs, no problem.
Yeah. Again, the only problem with that is that it's very difficult. Well, one of the problems is it's very difficult to save up the right cards to actually take out the back line in one swoop when when you don't have a lot shots, when you're facing discard bugs. So I really think that El Momo was going to be trying to punch up here. Warren definitely has a pretty big advantage. Also because all of the bug cards are incredibly effective. All the bug and beast cards are incredibly effective versus these plants. And Warren also has Pocky on that Aqua, which is incredibly important because that does something like 174 damage, I think it is, to these plants. Yeah, 174 if I'm remembering correctly from my own games, to these plants. And you combo 2 of them together, that is like 3/5 of a plant's HP just gone. And then the bugs as well are quite. They are quite. What's the word here? Like in Filipino, it's mahapde, but they sting. They sting quite a bit.
Ah, there you go. What's the word?
Mahapde.
Mahapde.
Yeah. I always love when a British man speaks Filipino to me. And as I said, yeah, the double Pocky is going to be quite painful. That's going to be the turn 1 from Warren. Might actually kill this this plant here. Oh, not quite, but almost. 22 HP left.
So he doesn't get that. Oh, he does get the bug splat off as well. Bit of extra damage. Oh, that's painful. That is painful. It does bring down to 16 HP, and not many ways for this plant to survive this round. Even with every single card there on the block. Yeah, there's not many shield cards available for him.
At the very least, he can cattail.
Oh, he's gonna actually egg manipulate. Does get stunned, and the stun gets cut off as well. And then it's gonna be the bug splat, takes out that front line. Brilliant stroke of genius there from El Momo.
That was an incredibly smart play by El Momo. That takes out that serves two purposes, right? It saves the plant, it saves El Momo's plant, and it takes out Warren's front bug. So now, even though Warren theoretically had this game, on lock, now El Momo, he is still fighting back. He is still showing signs of life. He's ahead in energy. He's ahead in cards because of Cattail. He was able to redraw instead of really discarding. So he's got quite a lot of fuel here. While Warren, he's kind of playing off of fumes right now. He does have an anesthetic bait, so that can provide quite a bit of value if he does use it. And he's not going to be able to use it. He's not using it now, though. He's going to get a couple of discards going right here. El Momo, though, uses Gravelant. He kind of wants to hit the back, but I don't know if he's going to be able to get that opportunity here.
Goes for a numb, and that is going to disable some of the moves. Does that disable Pocky?
Yes, it does. But it's not gonna hit the Aqua, unfortunately. It does disable the anesthetic bait, which is huge, because that is a big shield. Now here's the backdoor attempt by El Momo. It will just barely kill. It will kill. Not even through last stand. I forgot that that triple threat does do 2 attacks there. So Warren now very on the back foot, even though supposedly he should have had this.
Double prickly. That's a huge amount of damage. He's got extra shields as well. He can't use his free card, can't use anesthetic bait. That's such a great plan.
Yeah, smart plays here really from Warren. He was, he knew he was kind of in a losing matchup, but still keeping going. And really, El Momo played almost perfectly here, but now he's gonna have to kind of step it up. I think he should still have this because the bird is still incredibly powerful against the bug, and 2 risky feathers are going to seal the deal for this match. El Momo taking victory from the hands of defeat here.
That could not have gone better, I don't think, for El Momo. Like, got the exact cards he needed to at the right time. He was disabling the anesthetic baits, the egg manipulations as well. Just really good timing on every single move there. If he loses that plant on that first move, and he can't actually protect properly on that second line, that first bug stays alive, that could have been a very different situation. But it looks like the stars aligned for him in that round in particular. We might see an actual rerun of that, because Warren could definitely have that on the rematch if he sticks to that lineup. And El Momo seems to think that is the counter that he needs right now against that particular lineup. So we might see a rehash of that exact match, right? I don't think there's any rule that says you have to switch every single round, because that's ridiculous. If they have 3 axes, what are you gonna make them do?
Right. I mean, if it's your only team, or if you only have 2 teams, there is really not much you can. What is that, Warren? What is that? A shrimp plant?
That's really interesting. Shrimp plant. That doesn't sound too appetizing. Although now that I think about it, it sounds a bit like lobster and in like banana leaf, and then it suddenly sounds not bad, right? It's like, we cooked this lobster tail and banana leaf. It's not bad.
but that's the first time I've ever seen.
Someone earlier today destroyed me.
Oh
So
god,
annoyed. That's at 1400 elo. So annoying.
Jesus! But that's the first time I've seen it in like I've seen something like this in competitive play. Usually, if you're backdooring, you put it on something that that you would consider high damage, like an aqua or something, and it is on a plant right now. I guess it does work because Warren's going to be going up against El Momomo's bird, and Shrimp directly targets the back line. If you have two pricklies and a zigzag with it, that is going to absolutely decimate that bird in one fell swoop. He just has to get the cards for it.
Bird killer plant. That's like those Venus flytraps that catch small birds.
Yeah,
that's exactly what that is. That's the Venus flytrap or the Venus bird trap.
Oh man, the Venus bird trap. I mean, usually, if you were trying to snipe a bird with your plant, you usually have turnip, right? Because that does give you quite a big shield as well as some huge damage on the bird. But I think that this is kind of more consistent as well against non-bird matchups, as well as you really want that Biden's, just because of the huge thing that is removing debuffs from your plant. So I wonder how this will shake out. It's a very interesting tech from Warren, but El Momomo definitely still has a pretty big damage buff against the bugs here.
Well, it's not going to play out exactly like it did last time, because to be fair, everything had to go right there for El Momomo to scrape that win out of the last game. There's no guarantees going to be pulling out those same cards, as well as the fact that those disables going to be so annoying again, and now he has to worry about his bird staying alive as well.
Yeah. Oh lord, this
Is that like his only backdoor? I wonder. Have we seen Warren with any other backdoors?
Not really.
What if that's like his only one?
That'll be an interesting backdoor. But El Momomo starting off by absolutely annihilating Warren's front bug. It's just gone. How are you gonna how are you going to keep that?
The stars aligning there.
Yeah, and El Momomo didn't even have to use all of his energy there. He just drew all of his bird cards in one go. Warren didn't draw defensive cards on his front bug, and it is gone. But here's the back door, double prickly. This should take care of the bird. Yep, that will be gone. Last stand, but it's not going to survive at all here. Good Fear will deny the steal. Cattail Slap will still allow Momomo to draw one. Oh, what a big crit too. That is huge.
It's a big boy. I mean, they have to get through this plant. That's the other thing, right? When you got a backdoor ship, you don't even think about the fact that you have to go through this plant with your two plants. You do have a wooden stab, you do have a prickly trap. Those are your biggest damage dealers. That bug splat, that's really more reserved for that bug on the backline, but that's if you even get to the backline, because those every single time you're using number secretion, that's not going to hit that bug. You're not going to be able to stop a lot of these discards from happening.
Yeah, it's still really good to use against the plant, because as you can see, it does do extra damage, 130 each, and with another prickly trap, this should be the death of Warren's plant here, just barely not getting the kill on Momo's second plant, and it will just barely be the kill. It's going to be in the last stand. So Warren's just going to be trying to. I don't know why he Biden's there.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, that was an interesting move, but I think that's just because he didn't have any more energy at all. Warren full shield with both anesthetic baits. This that numbing creation is really not going to do too much either, because it's only going to be really affecting the anesthetic bait. The rest of Warren's cards are they are ranged, and he can just go ham on this plant as soon as he gets his good cards here.
That bug as well. This backline bug has some great morale as well. We've seen a couple of crits, not very few. It's been quite a few crits coming through today for these bugs.
Yeah, and now El Momomo is not even going to be able to really heal up. Sure, keep using the numbing liquidation. Warren's already drawn all the cards that he's not going to be able to use. El Momomo is going to really need to pray for a crit here. It's not going to happen though. He's not going to be able to heal either because of the Scarab Curse. That is unfortunate. Warren should be able to get this game. There it is. That last card will do it. Incredibly close still, but Warren brings it to a game number 5.
Yeah, I mean, again, with that lineup, we said at the very start, the stars have to align to get a win against this team, because it's a tested and proven team, and you've just seen that proof. It was the pie, and the proof was in it. You've just eaten it. So now you are educated on that lineup.
Is it the saying the proof is in the pudding? Because I assume
the proof is in the pudding. I don't know if one might be Americanized and one might be British, but because pudding is different in the UK, but pie is the same in both countries. So I'm not entirely sure.
True. Fair enough.
Either way,
we'll be inclusive here.
Yeah. To white English speaking countries will be very inclusive.
All the irony. But yes, again, game number 5. Our first match today, our first stream match is going all the way. Incredibly competitive. This, I think, is going to be a barometer of how the rest of our games are going to be going tonight, hopefully, because we do like seeing these incredibly competitive Axie games. These, down to the wire, to the last game, to the last Axie. It does show a mastery of the game that, these players do deserve to be here because of their skill.
That's correct. They've proven it. A lot of these guys, and just from that first game, you might be assuming, oh, El Momomo, he looked so on top of things. He looked so confident at the very start. Even though El Momomo actually started that round by finishing off that frontline bug as well, that just seemed to work out. As soon as you see that Venus bird trap get everything you need to take out that backline bird, at that point it's just well, you're in trouble now. That bug is going to tear apart your plants. You've got this plant that you have to get through, and the damage is not quickly enough. We're not seeing that again. Warren, he's gone for an anemone. He's gone for whose is this? Okay, that's a sustain. As a sustain plan, and then you got a bird for that burst damage. That works out great against these bugs, and you got a Pocky as well for El Momomo.
Yeah, that is a bird that has a speed up. So El Momomo, even though he does have Goldfish, Warren, if he does go double Arco, he could still be faster than El Momomo's Aqua here. So yeah, going up against bugs, it's always good to have some super effective cards, and that's going to be in the form of this Aqua and this bird. And even though these bugs have anesthetic bait, Warren's going to have ways to get out of that. He's got Nimmo for that 0-cost tail slap to get out of a stun. The balloon on Warren's bird as well to get rid of that stun. So it's really going to be El Momomo who has to kind of craft his win here.
See, if the what?
Sorry, I'm just gonna say that we have the same kind of bug in the front. The double discard sandal anesthetic bait, a very tough bug to get through.
Yeah, I believe it. See, it looks annoying just looking at it. I can imagine you getting very triggered just by seeing this. It's incredible how much utility you get out of bugs as you get into those higher ranks. We've seen more often than not recently. It has been a lot of bugs. There's been a lot of dusks as well. I feel like slowly reptiles are getting less and less up there, and we are seeing more of what we're seeing right here. Even the mech and beast, we're not seeing too much of that either. The bird has not equal burst damage, but it just has the ability to do good damage and backline as well. It's something that the mech and the beast don't really get off.
True. I think this is gonna be really tough for El Momomo. He needs to basically deal with that Aqua in one fell swoop, or if not, if he's gonna struggle to take it down in 2 turns, he's going to need to Scarab it basically. They need to Scarab it before it's able to do any of its anemone stuff, and then he could have chance. But overall, I think it's going to be very tough for El Momomo here. Warren may have a little bit easier of a time just ripping through those 2 bugs, but even so, he's going to be kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel here in terms of cards, because he really doesn't have a way to redraw many cards other than Hair Dagger.
Like that's what I'm anticipating at this point. Every other move that comes in from the the move after the first that comes in for either the bird or the Aqua, there's going to be the Aztec bait that comes into effect. You've got the discards as well. Double balloon pop. It's going to be a bit of fear. It's going to be even more fear than you have to worry about. And oh, that is just some sweet damage at the very start.
Yeah, unfortunately, El Momomo didn't use any of his anesthetic baits, because I think that was what Warren was kind of playing towards, and now it's just gone. He can't use any of it. So that was unfortunate, but it did happen. Now, once again, El Momomo did not get any of his anesthetic baits on his mid-light bug. He's going to do some damage, but he's not really going to get too much value from getting some stunts off. Gonna try to retaliate. This should kill the plant right here, even through all that shield. Allows El Momomo to get that Scarab onto the Aqua, and it does crit. That is a big crit, because now, even though Warren's going to be using 3 anemone cards, he's not going to heal for anything.
And still, even despite that, he has gone through that bug. And now he's done a little bit of damage onto the Aqua. Beast moves not as effective as you'd like against the Aquas. This is going to go through. This is going to take him down to last stand. Doesn't actually finish him off like he was probably hoping for. And so going for the speed boost instead for the retaliation. And this actually could work out.
It does.
4 speed. His damage is a little bit lower though. He's got double Pocky.
No, that's fine. That's completely fine. El Momomo takes this 100%. He's got a 4-card combo right here. And that is going to be the end of Warren's bird. That's it. El Momomo, even though he was kind of, on the back foot in that last game, he made it work. His bug from the first turn just pretty much exploded. But because he played that 1v2 perfectly, was able to come out with a win. Well done.
It really was the Aqua. It comes down to the Aqua doing all the damage it had to do, as well as stopping the heals going onto that Aqua. Really, really good at just ensuring that fight comes in. And he just happens to get the speed boost at the very end there as well. It's like, again, it's another situation where it all seems to align for them, and so well played. El Momomo going to be moving ahead in this tournament, and I guess this will now be Warren going into that fight for third. Is that right?
Yeah. Yes, it will be, because this isn't a double elimination bracket. It is just single elims. he will not be able to fight for another spot at that grand final. So well done to El Momomo. He will be our very, very first grand finals. We're gonna see who's next in our next semi-final, which will be between, I'm gonna check right here. Let's see. Brissom Gaming GTE versus Dizzy Boy. So that's what's coming up next, ladies and gents. But before that, we will be taking a little bit of a break.
We're off New York, right? So can I get a year? Oh my fucking God!
Oh my God!
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN. Know what a VPN is? You probably use one. You're a digital citizen. You live, work, and play online. But at least your privacy is protected, right? Wrong. Using a VPN doesn't give you a cloak of invisibility. Instead, it's simply a shift of trust away from your internet service provider, your government, or some other centralized entity into the hands of a VPN company. Decentralized VPNs are the next generation in Web3 infrastructure. These apps are more like P2P platforms, giving you access to a global marketplace where you can connect to local IP addresses from all over the world. Think of us as Tor browser, but incentivized with cryptocurrency payments. Anyone can join by running a node and adding their IP address to the network. This people-powered network is permissionless, meaning anyone, anywhere can join, and trustless, because you don't need to trust the people you're transacting with, thanks to a unique payments mechanism. Mysterium is focused on providing equal access to information globally. We want to help users bypass unethical censorship, which threatens the internet and its founding vision. Use our DVPN to unblock and access censored content. The network can help you to Netflix and chill at home, but it's also there to power the fight for both our human and digital rights. What's more, Mysterium VPN, our flagship suite of privacy-engineered products, allows you to pay as you go, meaning you're no longer locked into a subscription, only paying for what you use, whether by the minute or megabyte. So while you're saving money, we're also helping you make some on the side. Run your Mysterium node anytime to rent out your IP address, and even earn while you work or sleep. Interested in participating in the ecosystem? You can download our apps and try our VPN service, or you can start running a node.
Axie Infinity is a digital pet community where players can sell their in-game characters for real money using the Ethereum blockchain. Players can breed their Axies to discover exciting new combinations. Axies start off as eggs and require love and attention from their owners to grow up. Take care of your Axies and earn experience points by completing daily activities. Use experience points to level up your Axies and unlock new abilities which can be used in battle. You can even trade your Axies for cryptocurrency on our marketplace. Find out more on axieinfinity.com. Available now.
We're off New York, right? So can I get a year? Oh my fucking God!
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN. Know what a VPN is? You probably use one. You're a digital citizen. You live, work, and play online. But at least your privacy is protected, right? Wrong. Using a VPN doesn't give you a cloak of invisibility. Instead, it's simply a shift of trust away from your internet service provider, your government, or some other centralized entity into the hands of a VPN company. Decentralized VPNs are the next generation in Web3 infrastructure. These apps are more like P2P platforms, giving you access to a global marketplace where you can connect to local IP addresses from all over the world. Think of us as Tor browser, but incentivized with cryptocurrency payments. Anyone can join by running a node and adding their IP address to the network. This people-powered network is permissionless, meaning anyone, anywhere can join, and trustless, because you don't need to trust the people you're transacting with, thanks to a unique payments mechanism. Mysterium is focused on providing equal access to...
Welcome back, ladies and gents. You're still watching the Axie Infinity Mysterium Series, and we just came off from our first semi-final, which went all the way 5 games straight. It was incredibly competitive all the way. We do have our first grand finalist in Warren. So, my name is G10 coming at you. With me, once again, the very amazingly talented Jaeger.
You're amazingly talented. Next, we have coming up Prism Gaming GGE versus Disaboy. Disaboy. They'll be the ones going up next, and they'll be the ones deciding who goes into that battle for third and who heads into the final round, the final stage of this tournament. We've had basically 5 rounds, 5 bouts so far. If I were to give the exact number of games that have already happened, my brain would explode from too much math. Actually, I can tell you exactly how many I've played. Apparently, there have been 124 matchups, technically. So, by the time we finish, there will have been 128 matchups. Now, those go from, I think, best of 3s the entire time, up until this point, which best of 5s. And so, with the 4 best of 5s, that is 20 games, and with the 124 other best of 3s, that is some crazy math. So, there's been like something around 500 games of Axie played specifically for Mysterium Series.
And that is, and that's only this tournament, man. We've also had a Mysterium Series before. This is the second tournament. And if you guys did not know, this tournament is brought to you by Community Gaming and the Mysterium Network, which is building a decentralized VPN and other privacy tools that make the internet borderless and accessible for all. Use the pay-as-you-go Mysterium VPN to browse the internet freely and bypass geo-blocks for a truly global gaming experience. You can also join the network, turning your device into a node to rent out your broadband space to the Mysterium DVPN.
There you go. And it looks like we're actually ready to jump in. We did explain to you guys exactly what DVPNs were. And so if you guys want to have an explanation of that again, just simply let me know in the comments if you have to. But here we have it. Prism Gaming, Disaboy. And it is going to be similar matchups to what we just saw in that first bout as well. We are seeing the 2 discard bugs. And we're seeing... Oh, there's a cat. Okay. There's the potential to pull more cards here. So while he's taking away cards, he's pulling his own. It's a little bit disrespectful. And Puppy as well on that backline Aqua. Meanwhile, here we've got the Bone Sail, the Gas Unleash, trying to do a bit of poison damage, it seems. A Smart Shot as well with a Chomp. And so some stuns possible, but no way to recover any cards here whatsoever.
Yeah, and with a comp like this, like Prism's composition right here, you do want to be recovering, you do want to be kind of drawing your cards, getting your combos down, because you are trying to backdoor, you're trying to distribute some poison. But it does look like, and I'm looking at the chat right now, a lot of Disaboy supporters have come out of the woodwork, because Disaboy is from YGG, so a lot of his YGG fam, I think, have come out in force to show some support. It is the semifinals, so yeah, the support is very much welcome, you guys. Just keep going, and if there's any fans of Prism Gaming from Grindtown Esports there, come on, let yourselves be known as well. I just want the support to be equal here, but it's not always like that.
You can't force fans. You earn fans, and
True.
perhaps we'll see some fans earned here from this particular matchup.
Yeah. It also helps that Dizzy Boy is apparently an Axie Infinity streamer as well. So yeah, definitely has earned his own his own fans. Thanks for showing up, guys. Thanks for coming to support your I would assume your favorite Axie Infinity streamer. Yeah, going back to what I was saying, Prism does have a couple of ways to draw some cards, mainly the bone sales, but that's not something that is like super reliable because you only have 2 bone sales per Axie that has it, and you only have 2 of them. And you can't really super. You don't really want your shield to be broken like all the time either.
You do not. Honestly, this matchup it feels like an amalgamation of everything we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Almost everything we've seen so far. Grass Snake discards on a plant, and this is technically an AB. And
Man.
it's just so unique. Starting things off straight onto that backline, doing a great amount of damage. Not enough. Surviving at just 16. That could not be closer.
Almost, but not quite. That is unfortunate, but that's still a very good opener. Almost takes down Dizzy Boy's entire Aqua. He's gonna retaliate and absolutely poison himself. He's gonna kill himself in the next. Oh god, one more card. Yeah, the next card, that Aqua is dead, but so is this plant. It does go into last stand, so it can still get some value off, get some damage and poison off onto this front bug. But Prism is in a very, very good spot here. Going to go for that smart shot double poison into the stun. He's gonna get stunned for one of the poisons, so he's gonna get 3 stacks on it. But 3 stacks is like, it does tick down surprisingly quickly. That's 6 HP per card played. Big deeps though, big damage onto this mid dusk.
Yeah, take a nice fat hit there, and a little bit extra done. And I mean, every single move you put out is a little bit extra poison damage done as well. It's this beast that you want to do as much damage as possible on. The thing is, you're getting your cards discarded non-stop, and you get a nice little slap here as well. That's going to put him into last stand. Things are getting more and more dire.
Dire is right. Dizzy Boy, he will get that damage that Twin Tail on, but sorry, that Prism is gonna have that Twin Tail on, but Dizzy Boy, he's got a lot of shield here, and I don't think Prism has the juice to really kill either of his bugs. Yeah, neither are gonna die. He's gotta go with all of his cards here as well. So both of them are just gonna be top decking, playing from what they have. But Dizzy Boy has he's got it. He's won. He just used the big damage from his discards as well to take the first game. So there is no crits going on, but just a very well played game from Dizzy Boy to take the first game of the series.
It was a nice idea. That was really a really interesting lineup. I was actually quite. I don't know. I'm happy with it. I don't know, something about it feels so it's obviously not meta, but it's like we get a year-end look back at how far Axie has come, and then it's all just put onto like what Axies you have available. You got like these different versions of the ABP with a grass snake available, discards, and backlines as well. You got every strat. in your 3 axes. And obviously that didn't work out quite like you intended because you got no way of drawing cards. That's the only thing that you couldn't do. The only thing that you don't have is that the era of overgrown keratin and the non-stop draws. As you said, that was patched out. A little bit depressing to hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no way to draw in anything else. A bone cell, the bone cell to pull in at least one card. You know, a cattail as well. Other than that, it's like you're not going to be finding anything else really. And straight back onto the same roster, we have a bit of a change up for Dissaboy though, who has gone for the 2 plants and the bird, which we saw was quite successful earlier on today as well. That is a strange bird. Doesn't even have a beak.
Yeah, that bird has a sneaky raid. It's a toothless bite. That is definitely something that is, well, incredibly interesting to say the least. Not exactly like it is. A lot of people think it's better than Little Owl, Dark Swoop, because it does give you shield as well. I'm inclined to agree at like in some cases, and this is one of the cases where you're actually not going up against a pure bird on the enemy team. So this does bode well for Dizzy Boy. He does also have hair daggers, so he's going to get a lot of value off of that. But very tellingly, he's going for the double plant that we've seen be very popular, and with the gravel ant Healy plant in the back as well, this could be a little tough for Prism Gaming to deal with.
Well, let's wait for the cards. Let's see if Prism Gaming can pull exactly what he needs here to start things off right. Bit of damage coming out of that mech and that Dusk to get through that front line. I mean, the egg manipulations can definitely work out well here. It's Beast does normal damage to a bird, doesn't it?
It does slightly less. The Beast cards do slightly less damage to a bird because it is the not effective, not super effective typing. So to say. So it doesn't do the best damage, but considering that a bird doesn't have that much HP anyway, beast cards definitely do quite a lot. Beast and bug cards still do quite a lot because you just generally don't need as many of them to get the kill off. I'm very interested to see how this goes. Soon as we draw our cards here.
We're waiting, just like you guys. There's always this it's like it's just an observer thing, right?
Yeah. It just is like that sometimes. And it is done so that anybody spectating using the in-game spectate doesn't have an unfair advantage with the spectator, so that they can't snipe the cards being done. It's kind of like in other games that have a built-in spectator delay.
There's I mean I'm wondering if it's a what do you call this? If it's a auto director sort of thing. Can you imagine if we got Axes in 3D and then you get to see it get done with each Axie at a time. As it's turn-based, it's easier to tell which Axie is going to move, and so you get to see it from the perspective. FPS Axie, let's go.
FPS Axie, why not? But both of them skip turn 1. Interesting lines here. But turn 2 is where they're going to start to go at it. Dizzy Boy is going to get an energy steal, which is pretty big, as well as the gravel ant on the front plant here of Prism Gaming. Prism, though, arguably has gotten like a lot more value off of his round 2, even though he is kind of behind in energy in terms of cards and in terms of just the value that he's gotten. He's gotten 3 poison sacks on that front plant, a couple of poison sacks each on the other 2 axes of Dizzy Boy. Dizzy Boy's gonna kind of have an uphill climb here. It just depends on what cards he has, because he definitely, with 6 energy coming into this next round, he definitely can get some big damage coming in. But Prism gonna go for the back door and a double fur ball. That's gonna do a lot of damage. 360 damage from 2 of those fur balls onto the back, as well as quite a bit of damage onto the front plant as well, just from the poison.
That's really whittled them down quite a lot, to be fair. You don't have to worry this time with those discards coming into play. So, because of that fact, each card that's coming out, there's a great way to keep that poison ticking down the damage, applying extra damage. Smart shots available as well. Could go for a... No, it doesn't have to. There's no need. You know, just hold on while you can. There's no need. It's absolutely fine. They're slowly melting away regardless. We'll survive this bout, but very low HP now. And still down just by 1. But that actually does get removed. There's the cleanse finally comes through, but not before all that damage still happened first. That prickly trap as well does bring the dust down quite a bit, down to half HP.
Yeah. Oh, it does. And look at this now, Dizzy. That is not gonna kill quite yet, but that does. Well, it doesn't matter because Prism was aiming at that bird anyway. But because of the shield that Sneaky Raid provided, it's not gonna die quite yet. He's gonna have to. Yeah, he's gonna have to use a little bit more. He's gonna have to use a little bit more targeting to actually get it. Big shield on this mid dusk here, but it will still die because of that prickly trap. And now Dizzy Boy, he's got the advantage now. He's got the gravel land to go with it.
Using a lot of extra energy here, Prism. He's not doing a good job of guessing how much shields are going to be put up here. So he's only got 2 energy now. He's only got a couple. And look at all that shield he has to get through as well.
Not quite enough in terms of damage for Prism, but Dizzy, he's got... Well, this is kind of why this fight is so annoying. You get into a 1v1 with it, and then look at what he can't play. He can't play Sinister Strikes. That is huge damage that is going to be completely ignored. But now, this should be the kill, though. This should be the kill onto Dizzy Boy, because that is a lot of damage from 2 fur balls. He's not going to be able to live even to get to the twin tail, so that's going to be 1-1. Prism pulling it out, even though it was a little bit difficult there towards the end. Still able to pull out that W. Well done.
It's kind of surprising that there was enough damage to get through all of that. Like, you expected a couple more shields coming in from a plant. Like, when you see such small numbers coming through, you think to yourself, yeah, you know, it's going to be fine. And you realize, wait a minute, that's done way too much. And it's just a non-stop barrage. It was something along the lines of a bazooka versus a machine gun. And the machine gun, you know, the bazooka does immediate damage. Machine gun, it's like you hold that spray down, it's gonna get there eventually.
Yeah. And just going straight into the next one. Dizzy Boy going for a little bit of a more kind of standard composition. He's got that mech aqua plant comp here, so that is something that we have kind of been seeing a lot of the shrimp aqua with the beast back as well. very powerful against this Dusk in the back of Prism, because he is going to be able to use that Revenge Arrow to some great effects. Some very big damage going to be coming out there.
We love big damage. It's a fat amount of damage, and I mean this lineup is all Prism needs, because he has the best of all worlds here. Looking at Boy, that's because of the shrimp.
Yep.
I don't know. I like this current setup, but where he's put that mech now, that shrimp, it prioritizes the backline. Right? I'm making sure, right? Okay,
yes,
I'm making sure. For a second, I was thinking it prioritizes the fastest, because some get some really slow Dusks as well. So I was thinking, oh, does that work out for him? But yeah, mech in the back line, and you got a mech in that middle line as well. I mean, yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this. It feels like some kind of weird mirror matchup. There is no backline Prism, but it's like two glorified AVPs.
Pretty much. But at least Prism, I think, with the Dusk in the back that has Bone Sail, has Smart Shot, it's got a little bit smarter of a position here, because the Aqua's gonna run into it if it does try to backdoor. And even when he does, if Prism times it right, he does have that Bone Sail. He's going to have some value off of that shield breaking. It is a pretty big shield. It's like an 80 shield. So Dizzy Boy is going to have to be very, very careful of when he actually pulls that backdoor trigger. So I wonder when that is actually going to happen. Definitely something to watch out for here.
I wonder why Dizzy Boy hasn't gone back to that initial bug lineup that he had.
That's a good question. I mean, it is something that it's kind of a little bit of a specific team comp, but against Prism's team right now, I think it does pretty well. Just the problem with that is that the Furball and Twin Tail on this mech is incredibly powerful, and that's what Prism's going to be leading with. Just going to delete Dizzy Boy's mech from turn 1. Got that Twin Tail going, got the double Furballs as well. Boom, boom, boom in the room, and that is a dead mech from the first turn with backdoor.
That's a great way to start things off. A cattail bug slap and a wooden stab onto this plant. There's nothing to be really applied to that plant or onto the shrimp. So starting things off, yeah, a bit of HP loss for Prism's plant there, but he has lost his biggest damage dealer.
It's always kind of tough, but definitely not insurmountable here. Not insurmountable. It's just gonna be a little bit tougher. Dizzy Boy not really gonna be able to get the big value off of his energy steals, off his series. He's just gonna poison himself here. Gonna be taking down 8 per card. Now Dizzy is in a tough spot. He doesn't have enough energy to go for backdoor. He does have Revenge Arrow, could just kill that plant in 1 card. But Prism is in such a great spot because he still has that Bone Sail as well.
See what he does. It is going to be the Revenge Arrow. That isn't going to finish off his plant. And he goes for another hit. And it's going to be the discard as well. And it's a crit. And that is not good luck for Disappoy. But that's pretty nicely for Prism, who's now taken down the plant as well. He's also done some damage onto the shrimp. There's the Bone Sail. That's not going to get broken. So no extra cards to be pulled, but not really necessary. He's got a Chomp available. And he goes straight onto that backline, trying to do the damage he needs to do. There is a bit of a shield that went in before that barrage started. And so there's a hit. there's the poison, there's the stun. And he's got 1 energy, which means he gets to pop off. He has to waste 1 move, which is going to be that backline instead. Focuses on taking down this plant first.
That is just an unfortunate 1v3. Dizzy Boy not gonna be able to chew through 200 health worth of shield from double bone sale. So Prism is going to be taking game number 3. Now we're at match point. Dizzy Boy, even though he started off strong with that first game, Prism has just brought it back. This could be a time for Dizzy Boy to actually switch his comp back maybe to that double bug.
It feels like Dizzy Boy is like trying to go through every single one of his rosters to see which one's gonna beat this all-time meta AVP of what's his name again? I've lost it already.
Dizzy Boy?
Prism.
Prism.
Yeah, Prism. Yeah, and so like I feel like at this point he must be thinking to himself, okay, it's 2-1. I'm about to lose this. Head back onto the bug. It worked out really well, I reckon. The fact that he couldn't pull any of the cards that he needed made things so difficult. And so going for that discard lineup yet again, I mean, it works out for you. I reckon it's going to work out for Dizzy Boy as well. Unless he's got some kind of bet, like off stream, where someone said, I bet you can't win by using a different roster for every round. In which case, that's kind of unfortunate. Because then you'd be losing twice. So, yeah, I wouldn't stick with that. I would go back to that bug lineup. It looked so good from the start, and then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Yeah, force the back, man. Go back onto your avatar. That's what you need.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta stop the Fire Nation somehow. This is something where Dizzy Boy, he's gonna really have to think about it. Fairly certain he's got a pretty decent pool for his own axes. So yeah, he will be going back to the double bug Pocky Fish. This is something that is just very consistent. He's got that cattail as well instead of the anesthetic bait to keep fellow discarders from really preying on him too much. So this is just, I think, a better team to go into Prism because he's going to be going through the front and he's got a lot of really good cards to go through the front with.
This is a struggle for Prism.
Yeah.
He literally has no way of pulling cards.
Bone sales are the only way, but he's gonna have to time them as well, and then you can't really use the bone sale at the back.
Yeah, it's only 1 card pulled as well.
Yeah, it's just Dizzy Boy is countering his composition here. And Prism, even though he does do quite a lot of damage, he doesn't really have any super effective cards against these bugs, and with anesthetic bait being like 90 shield, totals to about 100 I think, and Dizzy Boy, the rest of these bug cards as well have like pretty ridiculous shields other than the pincer. You got 50 shield on the parasite. I believe it's 50 shield on the sandal as well, or it's 40. Yeah, it's 40 shield on the sandal, and they do humongous damage to this plant as well. It's not looking too good for Prism here.
You know what is looking good?
You?
I was actually gonna say my love for you, but we can go either way. As long as we're both in the same ballpark, that's what matters.
Yeah, always on the same page.
Which pace are you on?
69.
Nice.
But yeah, guys, this is you're still watching the Mysterium, the Axie Infinity Mysterium series. Me and Jaeger, if you guys don't know us too much, we do like to flirt with each other on stream quite a lot. It's just something that we've been doing over the years to kind of build up our rapport and trust.
Good old-fashioned Flirting. No banter, purely flirting. With intent.
With full intent. Absolutely love this man to death.
No, you.
And yeah, we're just waiting for the cards now. I think we've analyzed all that we can. Let's wait for them to
making stuff up.
Yeah. Let us make things up again. But that is, I mean, really, the most pertinent analysis that we can give is that Prism kind of gonna have a rough time here, but Dizzy Boy is it's still possible for him to lose. He just has to he does have just a better chance of winning, but it's not impossible for him to lose.
Always good news, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, so while we're waiting for the cards to be drawn, hope you guys are still going strong, all you Dizzy Boy supporters in the chat. You better be going strong, because this is a very strong first turn for Dizzy Boy. Absolutely annihilating the plant from the get-go, and that is an incredible start. That plant's gonna be like, it's not even gonna be faster, I don't think, than these bugs. So any
it's just gone.
Yep.
What can you even do in that situation? All you can do is just basically focus on taking down these bugs. I mean, that Pokey as well. Such a scary prospect going forward. You're going to be losing so much. I mean, really, the plant only had here a couple of discards. And what are you getting rid of then? Anesthetic Bait, a Bug Splat.
Oh, Dizzy Boy is actually gonna skip, gonna eat the double discards. I think that's completely fine though, because Dizzy Boy, he still has an Aqua that's faster. Neither of the upstream swims have been discarded, so if he decides to go into that mech, if he draws another card on his Aqua, it's just going to evaporate.
Plenty of energy on Prism's side, to be fair. He's got something to work with. Dizzy Boy, this mech doesn't feel like it's long for the world. Yeah, I mean, these three cards, that can in most cases already be enough. 145 does survive on 13 HP, but this is going to be probably the last round for this mech.
13 HP, but one of these bugs is still playing something. Although it is the bug that is in front. So, Prism didn't actually target. He went for the back. So that should be dead.
45. Yeah, it's gone. And at least there's no extra discards for him. We just have some energy left. And we'll go for the second line. We'll apply a little bit of poison, and will be a stun as well. But I mean, this is such a just not a good situation for Prism in general.
Prism top decking, going to look to play all of his cards that he can, but now he's kind of in the same situation that he put Dizzy Boy in, in the last game with that 1v3. So a little bit of karma coming through for Prism. Looks like though we will be possibly going to another game number 5. The sandal won't hit, but at least this one discard anesthetic bait will be hitting as well, though it will break the bone sail. So that does actually it breaks the bone sail after the discard, so he actually gets to keep that card instead of discarding once he draws it. But now he's gonna get discarded once again. He's got a lot of cards to work with though. Oh, he actually targets the Aqua.
That's gonna take him out. Reptile is so strong against the Aquas, and now this situation he is gonna be faster. And I wonder. Oh my god!
Big
That is-
shield. Huge. Oh my god, huge shields on both sides.
That is a hecking shield. That is a lot of shield, and I mean it's huge shields on both sides.
It should still kill Prism.
He just gets through that. Yeah, that's gonna be a last stand, and that is pretty much done. A nice attempt. He actually goes for 2 moves. I think. But yeah, well played there by Dissyboy. It looked for a second. See all those shields go up. Yep, it's not possible. Nice try, but just not enough, and we do go the full distance both times now.
Yeah.
And I'm getting quite excited for how this best of 5 finals is going to go, and the battle for 3rd place as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No 3-0 sweeps today. These guys are just way too skilled, way too talented, way too smart to be able to do that. But now, is Prism gonna switch it up? And will Dissyboy actually stick to his double bug Pocky fish? That remains to be seen, because I feel like sticking to the double bug and Aqua is something that is a little bit more consistent here versus Prism. But honestly, I really don't know. It does depend on whether Prism switches out his comp to something else, like an aqua mech plant, or even a bird mech plant or something that could absolutely decimate the double bug.
You're correct. AVP is always the solution.
Classic.
It's not because it has a special place in my heart in any way, shape, or form.
I mean, it's always we always like, casting teams that are kind of near and dear to us. It gives us a little bit of justification as to the reason why we bought them.
Yeah, that's like,
right?
you got no buyer's remorse. That's the. Yeah. If you see a similar team to yours, it pops up on the screen. You think to yourself, "I really want that one to win." It's natural. It's because it's like you're voting for your own pet to win, or your own breed of pet to win.
Exactly. That's kind of the that is kind of the perfect comparison, because Axies are your pets. They are your breed of pets. You do want them to win. You don't want somebody else who has the same kind of breed of pet. You want them to do well. I think that's just kind of something that speaks to our human need, to kind of fit in and to have our decisions justified by somebody who's better than us.
Yeah, that is true. It's like, well, they're using it, so I guess that I'm allowed to use it. That sounds fair to me. It's fair game. It is fair game. Prism and our busy boy, Dissyboy, not busy boy. Sorry, they'll be sorry, as a streamer as well. It's the entire following said, "What did you call him?" They'll be deciding now who is going to be going into this final game, and I don't see any problem with Dissyboy pulling out the plant roster yet again. It's worked out. There it is again. And Prism Gaming, he needs to get all the right cards, and Dissyboy needs to get all the wrong cards for this to ever go Prism's way.
Yeah. Well, Prism, you know how it is, man. You've seen how Prism's team kind of fell to Dissyboy in the last match, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible for him to win here. It did almost pretty much come down to the wire, because Dissyboy just kind of, he did underestimate that backdoor. His Aqua died, and Prism was able to almost take it, but that huge shields from the midline bug just prevented that from happening.
YGG, Grindtown Esports. I'm not actually familiar with Grindtown Esports, but YGG, I mean, everyone knows YGG at this point. True. If you're in Taxi.
I'm more familiar with Grind Sky. We're just talking about like Grind something esports, but that is a different esports team and a different game. I do wonder though, maybe they have an Axie team as well. I don't know. And anyway, you guys saw how it was. You guys saw how the last game went. Dizzy Boy did take it. So if you Dizzy Boy fans are thinking or cheering for him, give him your energy. Maybe he can bring it all the way to the grand finals here. I hope you guys are having a good day as well. And if you guys are in an area in the Visayas which was kind of struck by Typhoon Odette, I hope you are staying safe. I hope you're getting the help that you need, because like that was a very huge storm, and I know like a lot of the Axie Infinity community is Filipino, and a lot of you I do see on Twitter have kind of been done dirty by the storm. Hope you guys are staying safe and dry. Unlike this bug right here is going to get doused with damage.
Not bad. Doused with damage. We'll remove one of the 2 cards that were remaining, and we'll get immediately pulled back, and then lose every other card that they had available. Like, what can Prism really do at this point? You know, that Bone Sale, it did get them the 1 card back, and then you've got way more discards than the 1 Bone Sale. And then you've got Fragile applied. Not really going to be a problem because there's no shield, and so you don't really get that extra damage. But still, double slap goes straight through. Plant is gone already on the back foot. That bug is low, and so it could be taken out. But it looks like straight away losing the mech as well. This has been a fast game, and Dizzy Boy, he knew from the start this could have been a 3-0, but he wanted to try out his other teams against it. I'm not entirely sure why, but he knew for a fact that he could reverse sweep this.
Yeah, now it's just Prism in a 1v2 once again. We saw this kind of happening already, but Dizzy is in such a great spot right now. That is going to be a big Pocky. 179. He does go for the back though. So Prism is going to get the stun off on the Aqua, but that's not enough. You have to be going for the bug here, because that bug is going to annihilate you. So Dizzy Boy is going to be going to the grand final, where he's going to be facing up against Warren. So well played to both players there, and we will be seeing a very spicy battle for third as well.
That's right. That's going to be Prism Gaming going up against Warren for 3rd place. And then we will have the finals, Dissiboy and El Momomo. I think this is going to be an interesting matchup. I am leaning toward Dissiboy. He seems to have enough confidence in himself to like actually use his throwaway teams in this tournament. But Prism Gaming and Warren MTN, that's going to be our, I think that's going to be our next game coming up in just a moment. And before then, we'll be taking a short break. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please don't go anywhere, because we will be right back after this.
See you in a bit.
We're all from New York, right? So can I get a yeah? Oh my God. Oh my God!
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN. Know what a VPN is? You probably use one. You're a digital citizen. You live, work, and play online. But at least your privacy is protected, right? Wrong. Using a VPN doesn't give you a cloak of invisibility. Instead, it's simply a shift of trust away from your internet service provider, your government, or some other centralized entity into the hands of a VPN company. Decentralized VPNs are the next generation in Web3 infrastructure. These apps are more like P2P platforms, giving you access to a global marketplace where you can connect to local IP addresses from all over the world. Think of us as Tor browser, but incentivized with cryptocurrency payments. Anyone can join by running a node and adding their IP address to the network. This people-powered network is permissionless, meaning anyone, anywhere can join, and trustless, because you don't need to trust the people you're transacting with, thanks to a unique payments mechanism. Mysterium is focused on providing equal access to information globally. We want to help users bypass unethical censorship, which threatens the internet and its founding vision. Use our DVPN to unblock and access censored content. The network can help you to Netflix and chill at home, but it's also there to power the fight for both our human and digital rights. What's more, Mysterium VPN, our flagship suite of privacy-engineered products, allows you to pay as you go, meaning you're no longer locked into a subscription, only paying for what you use, whether by the minute or megabyte. So while you're saving money, we're also helping you make some on the side. Run your Mysterium node anytime to rent out your IP address, and even earn while you work or sleep. Interested in participating in the ecosystem? You can download our apps and try our VPN service, or you can start running a node.
Axie Infinity is a digital pet community where players can sell their in-game characters for real money using the Ethereum blockchain. Players can breed their Axies to discover exciting new combinations. Axies start off as eggs and require love and attention from their owners to grow up. Take care of your Axies and earn experience points by completing daily activities. Use experience points to level up your Axies and unlock new abilities which can be used in battle. You can even trade your Axies for cryptocurrency on our marketplace. Find out more on axieinfinity.com. Available now.
You're all from New York, right? So can I get a year?
Oh my fucking god! Oh my god!
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN. Know what a VPN is? You probably use one. You're a digital citizen. You live, work, and play online. But at least your privacy is protected, right? Wrong. Using a VPN doesn't give you a cloak of invisibility. Instead, it's simply a shift of trust away from your internet service provider, your government, or some other centralized entity into the hands of a VPN company. Decentralized VPNs are the next generation in Web3 infrastructure. These apps are more like P2P platforms, giving you access to a global marketplace where you can connect to local IP addresses from all over the world. Think of us as Tor browser, but incentivized with cryptocurrency payments. Anyone can join by running a node and adding their IP address to the network. This people-powered network is permissionless, meaning anyone, anywhere can join, And trustless, because you don't need to trust the people you're transacting with, thanks to a unique payments mechanism. Mysterium is focused on providing equal access to.
All right, welcome back to the Axie Infinity Mysterium Series number 2. We are now in the battle for third. It's going to be Warren versus the man who just lost
Prism.
in that last match, Prism. Yes,
Prism.
thank you for that. I was kind of blanking, but I'm G10. Coming at you with me is my very talented and good at memory partner, Jaeger.
I was just looking at the brackets, dude. There's no way that we're gonna like memorize this. It's 11:30. Wait, you cast it earlier today. I cast it
Yes, I
earlier
did.
today. It's it's not easy, but we're here as possible, and we're here because of Mysterium Network. Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN and other privacy tools that make the internet borderless and accessible for all. Use the pay-as-you-go Mysterium VPN to browse the internet freely and bypass geo-blocks for a truly global gaming experience. From these two teams that we've seen earlier today, going head to head now, Prism Gaming, the man with the meta team, the non-stop meta team, and then you've got Warren MTN, who had the bird fly trap. The Venus bird trap earlier. I think that was the lineup of his, and apparently it's pronounced Bryson.
Bryson, interesting. Well, there you go. Bryson versus our boy Warren. Let's see who is going to take the third place spot. Sorry for that, Bryson. It's not it's not obvious to us. We do have the Filipino pronunciation kind of
The way it's
built into our
spelled.
brain.
The way it's spelled. I'm British, and I read that as Brism, because it looks like Grism or just any kind of ism. But fair enough. It's Bryson. So there you go.
So there you go. Sorry for butchering your name. It's hopefully your fans don't get mad at us.
I mean, to be fair, I get called Jager and Jiger a lot, so it's I feel your pain. I feel your pain. It's not, apparently some names are not like the others.
Very true, right? And I still get called like G10 or just Geo because they're just like, oh,
Guano. You know what guano is, right?
Yes, don't. That is kind of funny though.
It's bat poop.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I hope no one calls you guano. That's terrible.
Hopefully not. But yeah, hopefully we don't mess up anybody else's names. We want to do justice to you guys on the broadcast as well. So apologies, Bryson, but thanks for being here. Thanks for competing, and thanks for being in this tournament that is brought to you by Community Gaming and the Mysterium Network, which is building a decentralized VPN and other privacy tools that make the internet borderless and accessible for all. Use the pay-as-you-go Mysterium VPN to browse the internet freely and bypass geo-blocks for a truly global gaming experience. You can also join the network, turning your device into a node to rent your spare broadband to the Mysterium DVPN.
Right. And so between these two teams, Bryson really only had that one team that we saw time and time again. And on the other side of that, we did have Warren did have a couple of extra teams that he could use. And so he does have a bit more freedom, I think, when it comes to this fight going in. So it's fair enough. The reason for Bryson's name is because it's based off his real name. And so I don't know if, well, it's not doxing. He's a pro player at this point, so he has to admit who he is to the world. He's not a VTuber. Brian Sombero. So Bryson. Fair enough.
Smart.
There you go.
You know.
So fully doxed there, and everyone can find him and ask him for if he can be your manager.
Oh god, that is something that happens way too much. I mean, I get people in on Twitter asking me as well whenever I post stuff relating to Axie Infinity.
You know what? I will say thank you to Axie because I have had a number of very inappropriate messages come my way as well from a couple of ladies asking for management, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't, but thank you.
I'm sorry, I only have the one team.
Yeah,
at least you get ladies in your DMs, man. All I get are guys.
Hey man, that means you're winning. I'll send you a couple. Please be my manager, G10. Here's a picture.
That's funny because I actually am I have a manager. I do have a small time scholarship. I only have 3 scholars at the moment, but it is just like personal friends of mine, as well as my girlfriend. So I'm not really planning on expanding anytime soon. Neither do I have like the bandwidth to do so. So sorry guys, like I am a manager, yes, but I'm not open for giving randos scholarships, unfortunately. Not yet. Maybe in the future, but not right now.
Yeah, check if one of your scholars would want to be a manager. Like just hand them down. Yeah, speaking of your girlfriend, she's been sending me screenshots of our casting as well, which is quite nice. Ever supportive.
Nice.
There's a good one of me rolling my eyes at this right bit, so
you just gave her another one, right?
There's another one. You know, I'm always good to provide when I can.
Yeah, but we are just waiting for both players to get into the game.
Have you seen any of the Christmas Axies yet?
Not yet actually.
What isn't there? I've seen that there's 2 others. So there's like we know there's the Mystic ones, Japanese. There's Christmas. There's MEO and Agamogenesis.
I think Genesis. Yeah, I think those are like the first Axies that were actually the Genesis ones at least were like some of the first Axies that were ever released. Yeah, and the Mystics as well. You can't really breed any of them, but you know, Axie has been they've been teasing some stuff on Twitter, you know, because they did do a Christmas breeding event before. They're teasing stuff like they might be doing one again this year, but so far nothing as of yet. I'm still waiting. I kind of want that to happen because my breeding has been put on pause since the what's it called, since the season 19 patch, because like everything's been turned upside down, and with the breeding fee update as well, it's kind of rough for breeders at the moment.
It's not affected SLP as much as I think was intended. Which was the point, I think. But you know, just you wait. Just have to be patient. Maybe perhaps by next year, I'm sure things are gonna get better, especially as semiconductors become more and more available yet again. It means there's more opportunity as well for more players to be jumping in, and you know, there's more opportunity all over the place once you give it enough time. It's just the world has to correct itself. We're still healing. We're still fixing problems. So we'll get there.
We will.
Breeders and SLP gatherers will all be very happy at one point.
Yeah, because you know, a lot of things are in the pipeline here for Axie Infinity. A lot of like things that could bring SLP back to the moon. Especially once they come out with more, you know, with more SLP burning stuff, SLP burning mechanics. Like I know they've been talking about, you know, part upgrades with SLP and stuff like that. That definitely can give more utility to SLP. But guys, if you consider right now, if you're asking why SLP is kind of in the dumps right now, think about it this way: there are like 2 million, I think, daily active users now, or more than 2 million daily active users of Axie Infinity, and that is a lot of SLP being farmed on the daily. That is no joke, and it is hard to keep up, to keep the demand up when breeding is not as is not as profitable now. So it is kind of the natural direction of a free market right now. It's just unfortunate that that's the way it is, but it is kind of a testament to the success of Axie Infinity that so many people are playing it.
I mean, it absolutely is. It's done a really good job of launching a successful game at this point, which is not easy to do, especially not in this landscape where people have such a short attention span. They got people playing every day. That's really, really good. And so, kudos to them. Kudos to Mysterium as well, hopping into the Axie Infinity train, making sure that people have a way jumping into their DVPNs as well. Thank you very much. No geo blocks for any of us, but here we go. As it will be Warren, it will be Bryson, and they'll be going head to head here. It's going to be the same lineup, of course, for Bryson, and for Warren, it's going to be that PBB yet again.
Yes, the Pinoy Big Bird right here for Warren. It is going to be a little bit difficult for him to actually get past like this front line from Bryson, because he doesn't have any backdoor cards on his birds, so he has to go all the way through the front. At least he has some all-out shots to get some surprising amounts of damage down at the cost of health, but that does leave him open to that smart shot Dusk, which will kind of annihilate that midline bird if it does use an all-out shot. So I don't know, man. It does look like it may be a little bit rough for Warren here.
I mean, I am a fan of Bryson's team. Like Furball and Twintail, always a nice little combination there.
The multi-hitter. And that is something that you would usually use with poison, and he is going to be using that with that poison Dusk with his grass snake. Grass snake nerf has been kind of substantial, but it's not by any means killed off the jumping lasso builds. They are still there. I just ran into one earlier in the mid 2000s MMR, so definitely not dead, just a little bit less effective.
I was checking in with my mate. He's just looking at these birds, Warren, and the fact that neither of them have that egg available, the egg drop. He says that makes it such a difficult situation for Warren, and I mean I tend to agree. There's no way to pull any of the attention away from it. Like you could save each of the other birds, at any given point, and that plan. No egg manipulations. It just. Yeah, it's
pure damage.
Life. Yeah.
And fair enough. They also have Ronin too, so that's a way that they can get past this. Both birds have Ronin. They can get past this plant in the front by using that Ronin, but it's just not something that is incredibly reliable. Because as you see right now in the draws, Warren was able to get 2 cards from this on this one bird, but not the actual Ronin. And because of that all-out shot, now he's gonna pay. Bryson's gonna go target it with his Twintail, with his Furball, and doesn't even need the dual blade at the last as the last card to get the kill. With 6 HP, this is hate to see it, but now it should die. Gets rid of the Ronin? That was a 25% chance. That is just unfortunate. At least Warren is able to get another one here, but that should still be like a lot of damage onto this person.
Oh, he's gonna miss the first move. I mean, he does have the Ronin again. He's gonna use the free. That's fair enough. You wanna get rid of that as quickly as possible. Just to avoid that stun. There's the crit. I mean, it's a free crit. There's a follow-up down 264, and then this is just gonna get past the shield. But already the damage has been enough. Damage has been done to be concerned for yourself. Healing back up. Each one of those ticks takes up HP from your bird. Your bird should be gone at this point, and that beast and that dusk should be able to get through that plant at the end of the day. There goes the bird. Use a little bit extra energy than you need. Away goes that dusk. I mean, still, you know, again, it's the furball, it's the twin tail. There's so much damage that you're gonna come your way. Yeah. Fair enough. Well played there by Bryce. And yeah, I mean, just looking at the lineup from the start, unless Warren wasn't watching those first couple of games, he should know exactly what he's going up against. He does have, we've seen it. He does have some other rosters available to him. It took him to a fifth game going up against El Momo. So, you know, he's got the tools. I wonder if he's going to try and do what we saw from the last person that Bryson went up against, which was Dissaboy. If he's gonna like wait to pull out his good cards that worked well against it at the very end. There it is. He's pulled out the double anesthetic, both of his bugs, and the Pocky as well, Balloon Pop. So this again, the disables, these work well against Bryson's team.
Yeah, they do. Not just that, the discards as well, because Bryson, he does kind of rely on the back doors, man, on the smart shot, on that sneaky raid. He does rely on getting some big damage and some utility from them, and he can't really do that when your cards are actively being taken away from your hand, and then that Pocky is doing massive damage to your fish, as well as the balloon fear in a 1v1 is just absolutely insane to have to try to deal with. So Bryson definitely got his work cut out for him here. And if you guys remember, in the last match, in the last semi-final, Bryson was up against Dizzy Boy. Bryson did lose his games when going up against Dizzy Boy's Double Bug, Pocky, Aqua. So that's something that that he's really got to watch out and plan for here. All right. Let's see, as soon as they draw their cards, and there it is. Looks like Warren's going to go in very hard, but so is Bryson. He's going to go with a double furball to start things off, as well as a bone sail with a discard. That should be it for Warren's front bug. That's all she wrote here.
Yep, down he goes. Does have at least a couple of moves available on this side. Crit start things off. That's always a nice start. The fear as well hits. Very low HP there, and will survive on just. No. Oh, you did not calculate that right. You didn't expect him to have enough to stay alive. Of course, he's gonna keep his plan alive. Oh, Warren misplay there.
He draws as well because of the bone sail. He's gonna pop the balloon, but man, that is a very unfortunate miscalculation for Warren. He's gonna get double twin tailed here as well. He's gonna get that dual blade right in his face. Not gonna get. Oh, I was just gonna say it wasn't gonna kill, and then Bryson just goes and crits. I mean, fair enough. That's just kind of payback for the last crit. Yeah,
he just
Warren.
skips. He knows, you know, he
man can't even surrender at this point.
He can't surrender before round 5. Before round 6 rather, so I mean,
what do you even do in that situation? Just say, oh yeah, well, GG's, give my guy, go next.
Go next. Oh,
go next. Yeah. That was really unfortunate, but that is a very fortunate crit there for Bryce. We'll bring this dusk to last stand at least, but I don't think Bryson even cares, man. He's got Furball even if he doesn't break the shield.
Yeah.
Warren's just gonna die naturally from poison. There.
That works out really well for Bry there. 2-0. Warren look. Now, even with the right setup against Bryson just plays it masterfully. He gets the crits where he needs them as well. That is really lucky. And so Bryson currently 2-0. Honestly, Warren, he has to run the same thing. That is really his counter to that lineup. The thing is, didn't get lucky on that particular round. He got everything he needed there, Bryson, to finish off that bug on the first round. He gets the crit onto the backline in the second round. Well, the second round, but on the second occasion that they had the opportunity to fight. And then, from there, it's just a slow burn to take down the final bug. So go for it again. I reckon Warren can win with that particular lineup. He just has to have Bryson not have so much of that X factor going in his favor.
True, very true. And Bryson has just been going big with that X factor. So now Warren, it looks like he's got a lot of axes in his pool. He's got a lot of teams to choose from. He's gonna go with the double immortal plant here. The exact same 2 plants in front and mid with a backdoor bird. He's got all out shot and Ronin as well. But because he got Dark Swoop instead of Sneaky Raid, he will be targeting the Dusk instead of the Mech, because the Dusk is faster. He's got to be careful about that. He's got to save up those Ronins, I think. These 2 plants are going to be a pain to deal with. Zigzag, Cactus, Hotfoot, and Biden's on both of them.
I mean, there's great ways to remove all the poison. There's egg manipulations as well. This is something I want to see in at least that first round.
Yeah, I think the first round is going to be very telling for both of these. Bryson definitely, I think, is thinking of going all in the first round. But I think the safer move for both players would be skip round 1, get a bunch of cards around to it. Because Bryson, I think, is going to be forced to, if he doesn't get the kill or get the perfect cards to assassinate that bird in the back in the first 2 rounds, he's going to need to be going through the front here. But we shall see. We shall see.
Going through 2 plants to get to that backline bird without the egg manipulations.
I mean,
all that damage is on that mech, and if it does go to the mech to the bird does have the speed, and the bird does have slide advantage of the mech, right? So
very slight, yeah. Bryson does discard 1 card, but Warren still has 2 pieces of the Exodia backdoor here. Decides to go pretty hard on the first round with his plan, so he's not gonna have the energy to really try to go for backdoor soon. But Bryson, he's gonna have to kind of be wary now, because his plan is kind of low. All out shot going to get rid of that. Let's get rid of the shield. That's it. Hot but will not kill. Not quite yet. It does do a lot of damage though. Same thing from Bryson. He is just daring Warren to break that shield, but Warren just gonna be like, you know what? I will just heal. We're saving up our backdoor here, and that's exactly what he's gonna do now. Warren going for the backdoor. He's gonna use some egg manipulation as well to keep his planty safe. It's not gonna be nearly enough damage. Still needs 100 to actually get that kill, but this should be a dead bird in about 5 cards, 3 of which are being played right now. And actually, because of the egg, I forgot that he actually had Aroma. Bryson just kills him. Does
not
this
great.
kill,
I love that this plant is still alive.
Oh,
for
it's dead now. That plant is dead, but this plant for Bryson is still alive. Unfortunately, Warren can't say the same about his plant, but can't say the same about his dusk either. So,
Okay. So here's the situation. All the damage possible. He's going to use 2 fairies. He's going to use 2 twins, and then he's got his sneaky raid as his last card. It's not huge damage, but I mean every single move has an extra tick of damage coming from poison as well, and brings it down to 61. He's got 370 HP. He's got 2 energy on this next round.
depends on what price.
Yeah, he just gives up. He knows. We've actually gotten our first 3-0 today.
Yeah, and it goes to Brysum. Unfortunately, Warren, even though he was looking kind of good going into that third game, just kind of misplayed a little bit. I think he should have risked the heal there, and rather than just going for a double Biden's. So that was a little bit unfortunate for Warren, but that will mean that Brysum is our third placer. Warren is gonna finish in 4th. So congratulations to both of you. Top 4 in a tournament where there were like 90 participants is not a bad placement.
Yeah, you're in the top what? You're in the top 3.33% or whatever. So well played to you. But that is going to be it for our match for 3rd place. Now we are moving into the grand finals, the battle for that 1st place, and that is going to be between this boy versus El Mo.
Oh, yeah.
That is going to be the final matchup for today, and you'll be seeing that in just a moment. But before we do see that, we'll be taking one more short break. And so, ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. That grand final is going to be happening in just about 5 minutes. So don't leave. Don't switch out of that monitor. Don't. If you go to the toilet, go ahead. Run. Yeah. Be quick, but come back as quick as possible because we'll be straight back into the grand finals.
Number ones only, guys. See you in a bit.
We're all from New York, right? So can I get a year?
Oh my god!
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN. Know what a VPN is? You probably use one. You're a digital citizen. You live, work, and play online. But at least your privacy is protected, right? Wrong. Using a VPN doesn't give you a cloak of invisibility. Instead, it's simply a shift of trust away from your internet service provider, your government, or some other centralized entity into the hands of a VPN company. Decentralized VPNs are the next generation in Web3 infrastructure. These apps are more like P2P platforms, giving you access to a global marketplace where you can connect to local IP addresses from all over the world. Think of us as Tor browser, but incentivized with cryptocurrency payments. Anyone can join by running a node and adding their IP address to the network. This people-powered network is permissionless, meaning anyone, anywhere can join, and trustless, because you don't need to trust the people you're transacting with, thanks to a unique payments mechanism. Mysterium is focused on providing equal access to information globally. We want to help users bypass unethical censorship, which threatens the internet and its founding vision. Use our DVPN to unblock and access censored content. The network can help you to Netflix and chill at home, but it's also there to power the fight for both our human and digital rights. What's more, Mysterium VPN, our flagship suite of privacy-engineered products, allows you to pay as you go, meaning you're no longer locked into a subscription, only paying for what you use, whether by the minute or megabyte. So while you're saving money, we're also helping you make some on the side. Run your Mysterium node anytime to rent out your IP address, and even earn while you work or sleep. Interested in participating in the ecosystem? You can download our apps and try our VPN service, or you can start running a node.
Axie Infinity is a digital pet community where players can sell their in-game characters for real money using the Ethereum blockchain. Players can breed their Axies to discover exciting new combinations. Axies start off as eggs and require love and attention from their owners to grow up. Take care of your Axies and earn experience points by completing daily activities. Use experience points to level up your Axies and unlock new abilities which can be used in battle. You can even trade your Axies for cryptocurrency on our marketplace. Find out more on axieinfinity.com. Available now.
We're all from New York, right? So can I get a year?
Oh my god!
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN. Know what a VPN is? You probably use one. You're a digital citizen. You live, work, and play online. But at least your privacy is protected, right? Wrong. Using a VPN doesn't give you a cloak of invisibility. Instead, it's simply a shift of trust away from your internet service provider, your government, or some other centralized entity into the hands of a VPN company. Decentralized VPNs are the next generation in Web3 infrastructure. These apps are more like P2P platforms, giving you access to a global marketplace where you can connect to local IP addresses from all over the world. Think of us as Tor browser, but incentivized with cryptocurrency payments. Anyone can join by running a node and adding their IP address to the network. This people-powered network is permissionless, meaning anyone, anywhere can join, and trustless, because you don't need to trust the people you're transacting with, thanks to a unique payments mechanism. Mysterium is focused on providing equal access to information globally.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gents, to the Axie Infinity Mysterium Series number 2. This is the grand finals between Dizzy Boy and El Mo, and we are so excited to be casting this for you. My name is Cheetah, coming at you with me once again is the very handsome and very talented Jaeger.
It's easy to hype up El Mo, isn't it? It's one of the mysterious names in the entire tournament. You say that's gonna be welcome to the stage, El Mo.
That is a great point. I like that. I really like that. But like Dizzy Boy, it kind of isn't that like from the name of a bot from Real Steel or something? Because like
Dizzy Boy is from Real Steel.
I think so. I think that's one of the robots that was featured there. Noisy Boy, sorry, not Dizzy Boy, it's Noisy Boy. I was thinking a little bit, but I was thinking of a different thing. But Dizzy Boy versus El Momomo, our grand finals here. Who's gonna take home the big prize of 400 MYST tokens? Let's see who's got the better lineup. Both of these guys have pretty good Axie pools, and I think I don't know if we're gonna be seeing, a 3-0, but more likely, I'm fairly certain we're gonna be going all the way here. These guys are no joke when it comes to high level Axie plays.
I mean, I believe it. Honestly, in my anticipation for this, my expectation is Dizzy Boy a lot of the way, simply because Dizzy Boy, he felt confident enough to fool around, or not to fool around, to give opportunities in the last game. Now I feel like he knows he's on the precipice. He shouldn't be giving anything else away, and Dizzy Boy knows what he needs to win. Here they've gone for it's Dizzy Boy on the plant bug, and for Elmo there's going to be the disables and the the discards and the Pookie.
Yeah, all right. So this is going to be very interesting because El Momomo definitely has the upper hand in terms of getting past that bug front line, that plant front line incredibly fast, incredibly quickly. Dizzy Boy basically needs a cattail to stave off the discards as well from the bugs. But if we get to a 1v1 between Dizzy Boy's plant, because there is no target manipulation here for El Momomo, if Dizzy Boy's Gravelant plant does face up against this Aqua, it's over for El Momomo here, in this game at least, because one Gravelant and Elmo is not going to be able to move. All of those cards are melee.
Yeah, I mean, so I feel like this, like the winning condition. I mean, it's as you say, if Dizzy Boy loses a plant, with that egg manipulation not being a troublesome factor, then El Momo should have this. Like you said it at the start of your spiel there. On paper, he's got the right mix for this. Dizzy Boy, it all depends on how well he can. If he can keep that plant alive, if he can get that damage going early on, get the egg just right, and just keep it alive long enough to do the damage as he moves towards that Aqua on the back line, then he should take that.
Yeah, 100%. Man, Dizzy Boy definitely, I think, has a very good line here to actually get past this these bugs in the front if he can just have that plant hold on for a little bit and get the right cards for his bird. So I don't think that either player really has a huge advantage over the other. There are certain win conditions that each has to meet. And starting right off, we have Dizzy Boy drawing a card and then going for the egg manipulation. He wants to save as much HP on that plant as possible because he knows that it's going to be very tough for El Momomo to get past that front line. So yeah, he's gonna go for the kill already on that bug. Dizzy Boy goes for the steal, the energy steal as well. The cattail. He was kind of looking for the discards, yeah. But Elmo passes again. What could be going through his mind? Because that is just another bug that dies for free.
Is he disconnected?
No, he was playing cards. And yeah, he's gonna be playing cards right now.
Disconnected. This is just a glitch.
Oh no. No, I think that there's some solid thinking behind this. But Dizzy Boy, that does just give him like license to win right now. He's just gotten the Gravelant. And it's gonna be basically over for Elmo here. Look at this. Watch Elmo's cards on the bottom left. What are you gonna do?
He's just gonna keep pulling them. Oh, he's gonna force him to surrender.
No, he's Dizzy Boy's a gentleman. Dizzy Boy's a gentleman.
Okay. That was
kill you outright.
Can you imagine if you just numbing the creation all the way to the
That's something that has been done. That's something that I have done myself as well. But thankfully enough, Dizzy Boy has some decency to actually end with honor here, and that first game with honor. So well played on that first game. Dizzy Boy fans coming out in the chat in force.
I mean, like, in that situation, he knew, like, you just need the specific 4 cards, 2 pricklies, 2 draining kisses, because you can't bring any shields up. What you gonna do? There's literally nothing that's gonna. You're gonna get a crit skip or something. No, it's not. That's not how it works. Now they've gone.
Mirror match. Interesting. Alright, so they're differing in their birds this time.
Yeah, it's the birds. You got male and you've got the... What's the tail on Dizzy Boy's?
Dizzy Boy's hair. That is hair. That's he draws first. He draws a card.
Like hair dye. Okay.
Yeah. But
your ability to just look at an Axie and know exactly what piece coincides with what card, I have to click on every single one to be specific, to know for sure every time.
I play way too much.
You spend so much time in the market as well. That's the thing.
True.
So, like, sometimes you refer to things by the name of the parts, the Axie part.
That's actually something that I picked up from one of my first Axie casting partners, Cuckoo. When we casted LSL season 1, he was talking about Axies their parts, in terms of their parts, and I was like, huh, that's an interesting way to think about it. And then when I started reading myself and I started looking at the market, looking at Axie parts, and just really kind of internalizing it, it kind of just became second nature to me to refer to these Axies body parts instead of the cards themselves, because honestly sometimes I do forget like the names of the cards, but I don't forget the names of the body parts themselves.
You know, it sounds like we're talking about strip poker. I don't know the cards, but I know the body parts.
There's a way where you can spin that to be Going back to this matchup, Elmo does have a little bit of an advantage here. Well, quite a lot of an advantage if you think about it, because he's got... I was talking about this earlier, where if you have Sneaky Raid versus Little Owl or Dark Swoop, it is the Dark Swoop that has the advantage, because Elmo's bird is going to be like a bunch faster. It's going to be much faster than Dizzy Boy. And if Dizzy Boy does try to go for a backdoor, it's not going to be backdooring that bird. It's going to be backdooring the plant, which is not what you want, because that plant is going to be able to heal up. So Elmo, if he's able to draw the right cards here, and I'm fairly certain he will, I think that both of these guys should be skipping first turn at the very least. Dizzy Boy's going to be in a lot of trouble.
You're going to be in trouble.
I already am. All right, but let's see. Okay. Double hair dagger to start it off. That is a very ballsy move by Dizzy Boy. Actually not skipping at all. Gonna get the energy steal as well. That is a pretty huge move, because that just signals to Elmo that all right, Dizzy Boy's not playing. He's gonna go through the front and he doesn't care. He's not waiting for the back door. He doesn't need it. So Elmo is gonna have to respond with something. He does not have Drain Bite on his front plant, so he's got no way to heal. He's gonna have to just try to shield up, try to survive this onslaught, but I'm not sure if he actually can. If this
Egg Manip.
Egg Manip, that's right, that's the thing. Chris as well. So that's a way that he can
Oh!
another crit
Oh!
too. All right, I'm sorry, Elmo. Just refuse to die. Just crit everything. That's fine. That's completely good. That's not broken at all.
Bloody hell.
Sometimes G-Host looks on his children in different ways, man.
That's DC Boy's not gonna be happy with that. He's gonna go and not do anything, as not gonna survive for much longer. Will manage to take out, last stand this plant before going down. But I mean, look at this situation. It's not.
All right.
It's the same lineup, but with all the extras.
It's not unwinnable for Dizzy Boy, right? That's the funny thing about it, is it's not unwinnable. Yeah, he is just going to take out this plant. It does crit, but right now though, Dizzy Boy, he's gonna be drawing 3 cards. He's gonna be drawing pretty much his entire deck. He can do double Bidens into double Bidens into Prickly to kill the bird, or even double Bidens Rain Bite. Oh, he's only got 1 Biden, so 1 Bidens Rain Bite. It should be enough. It should be enough to kill this bird, or at least last stand it, I believe. Yeah, it's gonna go into last stand, and that is actually good for him, as long as Elmo doesn't draw the numbing location, which he does. He does do that. But that is honestly fine, because they're both gonna have their melees disabled in this for the next turn. But thankfully enough, Numbing Lucretion is not a melee card, so these guys are just going to be disabling each other's melee for the foreseeable future, and it's going to be a game of who doesn't draw it. And this is gonna be a little bit weird, guys.
Oh, what's going on? They're gonna be pulling. The thing is, El Momo has the HP advantage all the way to the end here.
Yeah. See if that 34 HP difference comes into play in Blood Moon.
Oh, for God's sake. And look at this as well. El Momo has a numbing Lucretion and okay, no, it's the exact same thing, yeah.
They're gonna be guaranteed numbing Lucretion plus Bidens.
This boy should know at this point, unless he's hoping for a crit to pop off. He's lost this.
Has he though? Because the way that Blood Moon works, right? It increases in damage every single turn until one or both axes die. Okay, Dizzy Boy is getting a little bit spicy. Yeah, he knows. He's trying to look for a crit here, with one of the nominations. But this is kind of what we're gonna be doing, guys. We're just gonna be waiting for these guys to run out of health here, from Blood Moon. It's going to take a while, and this is a hilarious ending to this game. They're just gonna be playing the exact same cards over and over again. Neither one of them are going to really get an edge off on the other, unless there's a lucky crit here or there. But Dizzy Boy, he does have that 30 HP, difference. So that, yeah, Dizzy Boy should lose in theory. Because Blood Moon does increase by 30 every round. Yeah, he should know that he's lost in theory.
Well, you don't win on theories. You win on crits.
Yeah, he's gonna need to have like 2 crits in a row though. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to start off with even footing here.
Watch this. Dizzy Boy, he's gonna get a crit cleansing scent.
He's gonna get a crit Bidens, and then everything is gonna just turn around for the better. But no, we are just waiting for the inevitable end. Yeah, nope. Both of them are just going to tie. It's gonna be a tie. Neither of them budge. This is just a hilarious way to end the second match. So Yeah! Blood Moon! Same mirror match. Dizzy Boy, he did look like he was gonna lose, but kind of brought it back to a draw in the weirdest way possible. Cool. Oh, okay. So if you guys didn't know how we're gonna score that, it does not count in the score, so that's kind of like an extra game.
Yep. That's how it goes. And I mean, well, we had to sit through that. There should be an option, offer to draw. That should be there.
Yeah. Stalemate, guys.
Yeah,
like chess.
offer to draw. That was an experience. I wonder what they're gonna bring in. If it's the same exact matchup going next, we're never ending.
We're going infinite. No, one or both of them are gonna switch it up here. I'm fairly certain because, while the bird plant team is very good, it's very nice, very strong. If you run into that situation again, that is just very unfortunate.
Bad times, yeah.
Yeah. VR1 in the chat says we can do this all day. It's like the Captain America scene.
You were right. They've both gone for a Shrimpinator this time, except for El Momo has gone back on that mech, and it's been the double plant for Dissyboy. Dissyboy.
Alright, so El Momo with his backdoor Aqua is going to have a little bit of difficulty trying to backdoor this plant. Actually, he's going to either have to do it 2 turns in a row or hope for a crit on his revenge arrow. But he does have that mech, and that mech, if it doesn't die, does have a very good way to just kind of rip through that front and even get some value off of the Aqua in the middle with Hero, because that will allow El Momo to draw for 0 cost. But we will see how it goes. But I still can't get over that last game.
That was incredible.
It was incredibly weird. That is not something that I've actually ever seen before. So, well done. Well done, Elmo and Dissyboy. You've made me question my entire existence with that match.
How many of this mech's moves would be affected by the numbing liqueation?
This mech, numbing liqueation will affect it will affect Arco, Hero, and one of the Nutcrackers. So Elmo is not going to be completely defenseless. He will have one of his Nutcrack moves to the Nut Throw will actually still be online even through the Graveland. So Dissyboy, it's not just gonna be an infinite gravel ant where Elmo is just completely helpless. No, he's gonna be in that 1v1 situation. He's going to be able to throw out a couple of nuts in the. He's gonna be able to throw out a couple of nuts every turn, but that just will prompt Dissyboy to do one gravel ant and then do the rest of his prickly, his zigzag as well to kind of counter that. Elmo will be skipping, but that means that Dissyboy is going to get that gravel ant off though. So that
supposedly nut throws won't go through those shields because you got a numbing cactus and a zigzag. That should be a dead mech in that situation.
Two of them though. 2 nut throws though is 160 something damage each. One of them will go through the shields. But yeah, if my math is right, one of them will still be able to go through the shield. But
great.
Yeah, it's not gonna be nearly enough, especially if that plant gets the zigzag off, that drain bite. But now Elmo will have a free plant. It's not going to be constrained by this gravel ant anymore. Dizzy Boy though, he is saving up his cards. He's almost got the kill on the mech with his backdoor shrimp. All he needs is one more card.
Yeah. That is the whole idea around this, and I mean the same thing can be said, right, for Dizzy Boy.
Yeah.
That shouldn't jump on both of these guys ready to go, but Elmo, he needs a lot more to if he's gonna backdoor, he needs a lot more.
That's that mech.
Yeah, mech's gone.
Yep, that will not survive. Just way too much damage, way too much super effective damage. Aquas are still pretty strong, even through the nerfs. So Elmo looking like it's gonna be another unfortunate match for him. Dizzy Boy on track, on pace to get to match point. Of course, that's not thinking about like stuff like crits. And just weird shenanigans that do go on sometimes. That plant will at the very least die, exposing the aqua of Dizzy Boy.
No energy to steal. Does gain 1. Double prickly, that's gonna kill that plant, and this becomes just not an ideal situation for Momo.
It becomes infinitely more difficult. Elmo Momo is going to get quite a bit of damage done to him. Oh, he's actually going to go for the back door. I wonder why. He should know that there is no way that he's going to actually kill that plant, right?
And the off chance of a crit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen, but a nice attempt. He can go back door again. He's plenty of ISO.
He's not going to do it, though.
Yeah, he's getting straight for it. That wouldn't that have been enough? Or it would have been.
It would have been, but now Dizzy Boy does get the heal off. He heals himself for 160, gets double bidens as well. Thought that Elmo Momo was going to go for the kill, but now 148 shield. That's not enough. Elmo Momo should be going down in this round because that is a fully powered up cactus. That's a drain bite is just going to drain Elmo Momo's life away. Dizzy Boy now at match point 2-0.
He should have gone for the back door. He would have killed him. I reckon he would have been able to. In that particular situation, he allowed that plant to heal up, and he allowed him to get the shields and everything else he needed on the next round. He would have had everything he needed to finish that off. He even had the speed advantage because he was. Yeah, that was El Momo really misplaying that. I reckon he could have definitely taken that, but Dizzy Boy, he's 2-0, and that's really good for him at the very least. As soon as that mech goes down, things just get so difficult. He needs that beast alive if he wants everything that was on the board there for Dizzy Boy. But Dizzy Boy, he just seems. I think this is Dizzy Boy playing serious, isn't it? This is him reading his opponent. This is him not going through whatever rosters. He's picking the ones to win this promptly because he doesn't want to give away this lead that he has right now. It did end on a draw for that last game. We've had 4 games now. Technically, this is only our third because a draw game doesn't really count anything. So he's gone back to the egg manipulation going on with his bird, and here for El Momo, he's gone for a PBB, but this time the other B is a beast, or rather a mech. It's a PBM basically. MPB, MVP, MVP.
That sounds better. MVP. But I think Dizzy Boy, So it really, once again, is going to depend on whether or not Dizzy Boy gets value from this backdoor, right? Because Elmo is going to be faster. Elmo is going to be faster, but it's going to be harder for him to actually get um, killing a killing combo, right? Because he does have his Dark Swoop. That triple threat though, the Tri-Feather is. I think if you don't. No, actually, he does. He does. If with any combination of his cards, as long as he has a 4-card combo, it will annihilate the bird. Not a 2-card combo, not a 3-card combo. I don't think. But with any 4-card combo that will annihilate Dizzy Boy's bird, it's going to be up to Dizzy Boy to actually get this win possibly. But then again, once again, it is Axie Infinity. We are going to be at the mercy of RNGesus.
It's true. Tri-Feather, risky, always nice there. El Momo, I do like his line here. Dizzy Boy has just been pulling it out of the bag in every situation, right? It's basically whoever gets that backdoor, right?
Yeah.
That gets this.
Who gets it first? And Dizzy Boy does have a little bit more value in the backdoor, or when El Momo tries to go for the backdoor, if he kind of predicts it and does his own with Tiki Raid double hair dagger, because that will give Dizzy Boy, I think, just barely enough shield to survive some configurations of Elmo's backdoor. So it is possible for Dizzy Boy to survive that. Very, very interesting, very cool mind game here. Both sides. However, again, if Dizzy Boy gets into a 1v1, I think the most likely 1v1 will be the mech and his back plant. If that back plant does get a gravel add onto that mech, it's not going to be a good time. But Elmo starting it off, very aggressive line here, going to be dumping a bunch of damage into the front plant, but he will get gravel added, so not much he can do about that anymore. Elmo looking to get the kill already. Will get the last stand.
Oh.
Yeah. That is a pretty good kill right there. Now Dizzy Boy, though, gets a steal and a sandal. What is Elmo doing here?
I have a complaint. Why is it called Tri-Feather when the attack is only twice? I think it's just because there's 3 feathers.
There is 3 feathers, yes.
But still,
I was gonna say
twice.
I mean, you do have a point. You do have a point. I do find it weird, but they would have, they would have to do some weird things because they're in order to actually make that attack 3 times. But I think Dizzy Boy, he has met his maker, and this one, a couple of weird choices there will lead him down the path of getting absolutely shredded by Nuts here. Arco to finish it off, and Elmo is going to take his first game. Not dead quite yet.
Did you see the dog swoop?
Yeah.
What? Okay, well, fair
He
enough.
had a lot of energy, man. He had a lot of energy, a lot of cards to play. I think it was fine. I think he just wanted to see if Dizzy Boy was going to actually go for some shield or something and kind of hedge bets against that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Dizzy Boy giving away 1. That is going to be the 2-1 now, and technically it's like a 3-2 right now because of that one draw. But yeah, well, we'll have to see, because this could be the reverse from El Momomo. But Dizzy Boy, I don't know. I feel like there's still some ways that you can play this. I think he's just going to stick with that same thing. Has been working out. I mean, at least with the double plant. He really only has been switching out the shrimp and the bird. And that is just, the only difference there is it's like you got a backdoor and you got an egg manipulation. Yeah. That is those are his choices, basically, at this point. So it depends on what he's going up against next. Could be the same thing coming in as well from Elmo. I mean, it worked, so he could do it again. But I don't know. I feel like I'm going to end up seeing, yeah, the mech bird. I think that's a fine solution to that particular problem.
Yeah, but then again, Dizzy Boy has answers. He has other answers to that. He does have that I think he does a double bug pocket. Was that him or was that actually Elmo who has that? Either way, these guys both have some very good answers to some good questions as well. I'm fairly certain they are scouting each other and trying to figure out what is the best play to for any possible team that my opponent may swap into. So that's something that is one of the biggest things in high level Axie, is just scouting your opponent and being able to predict what they're going to be putting out and responding correctly. And that is the biggest skill that is that any Axie Pro player should be developing, and it is the most difficult skill, in my opinion, to actually develop.
I think the most difficult skill to develop in Axie, in my opinion, would be focusing on the game when I can see your camera at all times.
Once again, the Jaeger's sweetness comes in. But okay, they're gonna be going with the shrimps again. I like this. I like the shrimps. Alright, so Dizzy Boy does have that mech. We'll be able to tear through the plants. But the problem is, if Elmo's actually able to get that back door off and take out the mech, it's gonna be no bueno for Dizzy Boy here. So Dizzy Boy's gonna have to play a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, get that plant out of the way to access.
Yeah, he should be able to go straight for that plant. Honestly, look at all the damage he has available. Like just straight up, he goes straight in there. Yeah. There's a question here for you, G10.
Yeah.
Bumpy plus Sponge. What are your thoughts on a Bumpy plus Sponge? Like against the faster Axie.
I think it's a little bit of a niche combination. I do get where like the theory is, right? You wanna absorb a lot of damage and channel it back into a huge attack, but it does work against certain Axies, but in my opinion, it may not be consistent enough to get you to the higher levels if you're just running into the common ladder teams all the time. It is good in some certain situations. It can absolutely dominate some matchups, but I really don't know if it's consistent enough. I've seen it around on Twitter. I have not run into one in all of my games though, in like the 2000s. So I'm not sure if they're here or if they're just like rarer, but I like the theory. Infinite attack up. It's just a little hard to execute,
Watch this. This is what it's going to come down to. Watch it go down to this. It's going to be Dizzy Boy's mech versus Elmo's Numbing Creation. It's going to be double Furball, double Twin Tail, and it's going to be an instant win. GG.
Yeah. Numbing Creation really doesn't do much here for Elmo if he does get into that 1v1. Little unfortunate.
That mech has to disappear.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Elmo is an El Trouble.
El Momo is going to be in the El No-No zone.
El no.
But yeah, again,
Can
just
you
so you
group
guys know,
up Bumpy plus Sponge plus Mosquito?
that is actually an interesting question. That is something that I think should be explored by a competent breeder. That is actually something cool because
Hybrid Immortal.
yeah. If you have a very big mosquito proc, a lot of mosquito damage with like say a 4 attack up, basically heal back everything, that'd be pretty cool. But Elmo, yeah, as you can see, he's waiting for his back door, and it is there. It's already available, but this plant is dead. This plant, Elmo's plant, is dead already. Dead in the water, but at least he has the fuel for this back door. But Dizzy Boy, how does he do this? I think he will have the fuel to actually just go through the front here soon. Doesn't actually go for it now. Interesting.
Easy. And like not even going. I mean, there's no way. He could go for. Yeah. No, he can't. Yeah, you're right.
He is going through the front, and Dizzy Boy is going to be able to heal, but no, that should still be a dead plant. Should be.
Last stand? Should be.
Last stand. And now he goes for the back door here, 100%. That should, yep, dead mech for Dizzy.
No last stand for him.
Also, dead Aqua. Well, no, not a dead Aqua. He didn't actually have cards.
God, yeah,
unlucky, Dizzy Boy.
Oh,
he gets gravelanted here. He doesn't have a lot to go on. He has a lot of options.
Hold
He's
on.
gonna have. Wait, no.
Oh,
Heroes. Oh, last stand on that too, bro. That is unfortunate. And yeah, a pass here from Dizzy Boy means death. Just gonna get prickly trapped. Elmo brings us to game number 5 here. Wow, I thought Dizzy Boy was actually gonna take it. He got to match point like relatively quickly, but then we may be seeing a reverse sweep here.
Yeah, really good adjustments coming in from El Momo. I mean, it there's a bit of luck involved. The fact that Dizzy did not pull enough damage cards to take out the Aqua, that would have made things a lot more interesting. Go the planet and sustain all that damage that could have been potentially done to start things off, and that revenge arrow is specifically there because of the anomaly creature as well. It's that's unfortunate for Dizzy, but well played by El Momo. If my mic's cutting off, my apologies. Do let me know. It does.
It is kind of cutting off at times a little bit.
Yeah, you know why? It's because there's a little boy over there meowing really loud. And when he meows, the microphone mutes itself so that it can't be heard. So yeah, there's that. But you know, either way, that was I feel like that was a closer game than it looked like. And
definitely was.
I don't know what to expect on the next game. I reckon it's gonna be another close one.
Yeah, these guys have just been at each other's throats in this matchup, and it is really cool to see because you don't know what to expect. They are once again scouting each other, and scouting is the biggest skill that you can develop, and you only really ever need it in Axie Infinity tournaments. But it is like the biggest thing here, right? So we're gonna be seeing Dizzy Boy.
Went for double an enemy and a bird.
Yeah.
Oh
double
my goodness.
enemy bird with a lot of energy manip. God. Okay, so he's gonna be destroying energy. He's gonna be making his own energy out of nothing. It's not even tail slap. So it's Cottontail, and with the buffs to Cottontail, it does give you a shield. So you're sacrificing a tiny bit of damage for like a 30 shield. And I think that's going to matter quite a bit here for Dizzy Boy. My God, this is going to be this is gonna be very interesting because Dizzy Boy also with the backdoor bird here can get like a lot of value off of just damaging that shrimp aqua. My god.
One adjustment from Dizzy Boy. That's the last thing I expected to pull. How many Axie does he have? Good grief. We've seen so many coming from his side.
Yeah. And I mean, think about it this way. Dizzy Boy is part of YGG, right? And YGG, I know they have like an esports program there, and I'm fairly certain they like YGG players have a pretty huge pool to draw from for like any tournament. So Dizzy Boy, and he's a streamer too, so it is gonna be like, hope he's gonna have a lot of teams, man. That is such a that is gonna be rough for Elmo to deal with, because there's always the threat of his energy being taken away from him if he tries to pass. And Dizzy, he's gonna just be healing up, and he's gonna be healing up these aquas unless you just one-shot them down.
We should be seeing a few passes here, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's not my opinion. I stole that opinion.
Okay. Thanks, Fawn.
Thanks, Pon. I mean, I can admit it here. There's no problem whatsoever. So yeah, there you go. The first round, a little extra energy gain. Something on 6 energy to start off with.
That's
Yummy,
completely fine. That's completely fine. Dizzy Boy as well. Look, he's already got the cards, man. He's already got the cards for the backdoor. All he's waiting for is maybe a hair dagger here or something, but I'm fairly certain just Dark Swoop into Egg Bomb, Junk Mail, and then even like just a Goda or an Anemone to finish it off from one of his aquas is just going to kill that Elmo's aquas outright. That's it. It's just gone. Yeah, it should be just gone from this combo alone.
Yeah. Always painful when you're an aqua going up against a bird like that.
Oof.
Actually destroys some of the extra energy they're trying to pick up as well. Actually destroys 2 of them. And like, what can you even do at this point? Neither of these plants have the damage to really get through these.
Okay, so I kind of disagree with that. They do have the damage to get past these aquas, but there is a huge but there, right? You basically need double prickly on the back aqua, and then
Double
you
wood
need,
stab.
yeah, double prickly, and then like double wood stab.
He can't even pick up the
And he
energy.
has to- and then
He's not even get it.
He's not gonna get it either.
Oh, dude.
Oh no!
This is just such a bad situation. And Dizzy Boy, he's down to 2 energy on this next round. Elmo gets up to 6. You get to pull 3 cards, right? There's 1 wooden stab. If he pulls 2 pricklies and a wooden stab, what are the chances?
And not only that, because his plant in the front is in the middle, it's gonna 50-50 between the top and the bottom aquas too.
Dude, oh dear. And he's gonna keep. Oh, it's a crit!
Alright, not looking too good. Not a great start, but Elmo still definitely in this. Not out of it yet. Big crit from Sandal.
Let's go!
That's gonna kill. Oh my god, okay. That crit will just be pretty dang huge, but this hair dagger will kill. With this, and now in a 1v2, Elmo, how is he gonna win this? He's gonna have double prickly, he's gonna have double drain as well. So that's a lot of damage coming into this aqua. I think that should be enough. That should be enough to kill. Yeah, with that rain bite, that's a lot of damage. And then this double prickly
each. Oh, 179.
179. It does go into
the last stand. 2 cleansing scents, you can clear that. And then goes for double drain. And that's gonna be pure damage.
Oh my god.
Damage.
Did Elmo actually pull this off? Did he win this?
No. There's no way. No,
because It's a bird. Dizzy Boy has a bird, and Elmo has heals. It's already hard for birds to go up against Aquas, but then Elmo's still healing. So now Elmo has snatched victory from the clutches of defeat as long as Dizzy Boy doesn't kill him here outright with crits or something.
No, oh my goodness.
No way, no way. Elmo just won.
Done it!
Elmo just won. Snatched victory from the eyes of defeat.
That should have been done. It's
Wow.
a double anemone and he gets through it. I cannot believe he gets into that. He gets the damage going. I can't. Okay, well, reverse sweep. El Momomo. 3 rounds in a row. Well,
Yes,
well played by El Momomo. What, like, just an amazing play from great adaptation to like every scenario that went through his way.
Yeah, well done. Absolutely insane plays. I really thought he was gonna actually come out with the. I thought Dizzy Boy was gonna come out with the win there, but well done to both of you. And Spam Rice, one of the very top Axie Infinity players in the chat right now, asking if he's gonna face the winner. Not in this tournament, but maybe in another one. And big congratulations to both of you. And yeah, Elmo had a very game-changing crit there in the middle of it, allowing him to one-shot that Aqua at the top. So it is a combination of luck and skill that has led Momo to win that 400 MYST token prize.
That's right, split among the top 8, and again, another big congratulations to all these guys. Done a really good job getting to this point, and we've seen some great Axies today. You know what? I feel like El Momomo, he'd be right at home in any one of our higher level tournaments.
Yeah.
Where you get all these guys that play professionally, like professional, at that very pinnacle. I reckon he could hold his own. Great job from him. 1,000 MYST tokens going your way. Congratulations to you guys. And what a fun Mysterium Cup. Mysterium Series for Southeast Asia number 2. This is the second one. We have a number 3 coming soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if you remember, guys, just tune in to community gaming. We are kind of we have a lot of the pipeline for community gaming in terms of Axie Infinity. You don't want to miss it. Mysterium is just the start of it. We also had another tournament with Ready Player DAO the other week, or last week I think it was. So that's another thing that CG has done. And if you guys like your Axie Infinity tournaments, there are a lot of them going on, but I can 100% say without a shadow of a doubt that community gaming tournaments are very well organized, and we have quality broadcasts as well, so they're fun to watch. And without further ado, I think we do want to tell you one very last time about the Mysterium VPN. So why don't I let you do that this time, Jaeger? Because since I've been doing it for the past couple of times.
As long as my mic isn't disconnecting during the entire spiel
Noctis,
of it.
shut up.
Mysterium Network is building a decentralized VPN and other privacy tools that make the internet borderless and accessible for all. Use the pay-as-you-go Mysterium VPN to browse the internet freely and bypass geo-blocks for a truly global gaming experience. You can also join the network, turning your device into a node to rent your spare. The Mysterium DVPN explained. And what is DVPN? Sorry, I don't even know if that's like a link.
Decentralized VPN. Yeah.
There you go. And there's a number of things that go underneath it. It's pay as you go. There's no email or account sign up. You can pay with all major cryptocurrencies. There's no logging. You can earn while you sleep, and it's open source. So it's made specifically for you guys.
Yeah. And of course, whenever you whenever you join a Mysterium Series tournament, you get a chance to win 6 months of free premium crypto VPNs. As long as you're joining the Mysterium tournament, we will be choosing 3 participants from each tournament, and they'll be selected to win $50 in MYST tokens, which is worth 6 months of free access to the Mysterium VPN. In addition to if you do actually win the entire tournament. So, with all that being said, well played to all of our participants. Once again, it's going to be El Momomo at the very top, Dizzy Boy right under, and then we have, I think
Bryson.
Bryson, who went against Warren. Warren's going to be in 4th. So that is our top 4. Hope you guys had fun. It was a pleasure. This has been the Mysterium Series Southeast Asia number 2 for Axie Infinity. My name has been G10 coming at you. With me has been once again the amazing Jaeger. So it has been a pleasure. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.